will be setting the bar for those who wish to go far. Welcome back to MPL Philippines Season 13. I'm
No.
with Rockhard and Leo. And yes, it's time for the rematch of the MPL PH Grand Finals. AP Brand versus Blacklist International.
It feels like ages ago, and so many things have changed.
No.
But one thing stays the same. Of course, we are still the strongest region in MLBB, and we still got some pretty good teams here.
Again, for sure, we'll get into detail in just a bit, but it's weird to say that a lot
Hello,
of
guys.
players
Hello,
are
guys.
literally just but one individual, one man from each squad changed, and then it seems like it's a whole new battlefield.
Yeah, and as the headline shows you here, it's AP Brand who is defending, Blacklist who is determined. What AP Brand is determined to do, gentlemen, we know the success that AP Brand had after the M5 World Championship, and now heading into a season wherein they can still continue their run of dominance. They want to defend their title, simply put.
I mean, to be fair, it's hard not to know that they're the best just because of how many titles that they've taken already.
That's right. It seems like we are on an encore of their world tour.
Yeah, tingnan mo
They
nga.
just recently landed right before MPL Philippines Season 13 started, got another title
Dahil
under
kasi
their belt,
nilagay na moist
and
eh.
this time around, they're looking to defend
Ano to?
their season championships.
Saan to?
Some members of their squad actually two-time
Ano to?
MPL champions, but just the same, they're facing off against a very tough who themselves are also defending something of their own, a legacy of excellence under the Blacklist International brand.
Yeah, determined to return to their championship form are the Code Breakers. And the way they've talked about their expectation for this team,
No.
they still want to get there to the top. But it doesn't have that same air of, dare I say, arrogance.
No.
Now it's more of like, if you're not careful and if you doubt us and if you think you're going to easily beat us, then you'll be surprised by us. That feels like the air Blacklist is coming in with this season.
Which at some point, some might argue, whether you're an agent or not, comes down to semantics, right? It comes down to how you take it and how the aura of this team has changed.
Yeah.
Despite a season and a few months elapsing, one player moving out, shifting that roster just a wee bit, it seems like so much has changed, but still it's the same Blacklist International.
A big change, but one thing I've noticed that hasn't changed here is their big trust on the what they call the MV free.
Oh, yeah.
And they are really sticking to it. And then individually they have performed very well. Sometimes it's just a cohesion between all of them sometimes that you have to look at whether or not it works on certain stages of the stage of the world or locally.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see because as the past has proven, every time where it seems like Blacklist go into a season where, that roster might not make it as far as they'd hoped for, they surprise us. They made it back to the world stage in M5. Even before that, they got to the MSC Grand Finals. And Blacklist International at this point, it's no surprise if you get surprised by them for going far.
It's been years since Blacklist actually missed a podium finish.
Yeah.
Years.
Consistently following close by. Actually second almost always.
Exactly. So now here in Season 13, I don't doubt that they are going to wow us. They're going to impress us.
No.
One way or another. And
Hello, guys.
this has been echoed on social media. I get this message or some version of it maybe 6 or 7 times a day.
Hello, guys.
Watch
Hello,
out for
guys.
Playoff Blacklist. But we're about 7-8 weeks earlier from that. So now today, I think this will be a great way to set expectations.
Yeah, setting expectations will be very important.
Hello, guys. Hello, guys.
Impressions was the theme for the last one. This time around, set expectations. Because as we all know, a lot of people expect AP Brand to be beasts. So you understand what I actually did there with the word beasts. Thank you.
No.
Brand, still undisputed. A lot of
What do
people.
you mean? What? No more
not just in the
MPLD?
Philippines, not just us, but a lot of people all over the world saying they
Can you hear me,
are
bro?
undisputed.
Hello,
the
hello,
best
can you hear
team in
me?
the world.
Yeah, I mean, taking almost each and every international tournament consecutively.
That's right.
What do you mean there's no more MPL ID, bro?
I've been watching AP Brand ever since they started their investment run since Season 10. And I gotta say, it's been a sweet journey watching them from that top 4 finish all the way till 11, where we could have sworn they were gonna take it. Won a few different championships along the way, despite dropping in MPL. And then Season 12 finally, and now they're walking in like they own the
What do you mean,
place.
bro?
Again, might as well. They're the champions.
A Flap Teasy especially like
Hello, Cheddar.
Yeah. So he has that aura with him. And AP Brand does have that aura with them. Still, strange. Call them the reigning champions of the it's undeniable. Against
What do you mean no more MPL ID?
the finals
It's
of
still
the
live
MPL Philippines
right
season
now,
12, a
right?
team that is after the
Oh.
M5 World Championship.
Yeah.
ended at
Oh,
third.
Cheddar,
If I'm not
um,
mistaken,
There you go.
I'm
That's
actually
right, they're calling
official
back
streamer of
EVM for
MPL
that grand
PH.
finals bout
So,
and to Rizal Memorial
if you're gonna
Coliseum
watch
in the
MPL
lower
Live,
bracket
MPL
finals,
PH,
which was also quite emotional.
just watch it.
now, welcome to the stage to ensure the fairness and integrity of our games. Here are our marshals
I hope
who will
Live is
officiate
doing well,
the
you know.
match. You have Jeff, Patrick, Wilbert, and Chico.
His bias in twice is Momo Hirai.
But
Minus
can
Chico.
you...
Now, let's welcome our two teams. It's AP Bread and Blacklist International.
Does it sound good? Does the sound good, right? Does it sound good, bro? Or no? Any buffering? Nice, nice, thanks. Bro, if you're gonna watch MPL
Mind
PH,
you,
just watch
that
here
they
on my stream.
shattered the golden road.
I'm
They
go- I'm-
proved that
by the way,
road
Cheddar,
of
I'm going
victory
to
is
stream
proved
NA
only by the strongest. Acknowledge that they are the champions of the Philippines and the reigning champions of the world, AP Bren!
Happy Brand! Yes, I talked to Dave and I applied for as a streamer for NACT as well. Like the stream, guys. Thanks.
Driven by the desire to be the best yet again, strengthened by the hunger to prove the doubters wrong, fueled by what they call their championship
Whoa.
mindset.
Thank you for the donation,
They
Cheddar.
are truly top tier.
200.
It's Blacklist
That rookie.
International.
Wow, thank you, bro. Here's to the most genuine clipper out there. I love you, boss. Thank you. Thank you, Cheddar. Nice.
And our coaches, Coach Ducky and Coach
You know,
Don
speaking of my
John.
YouTube, bro,
MPL
not
Arena,
good.
make some noise
Bro,
for two
speaking
of
of
our
my
most
YouTube,
legendary
not doing well.
organizations.
You know. Did you know that I got demonetized last year? I think it was October. That's why I'm not uploading any videos. You know,
In case
kind of
you missed it, the team that shattered the
okay, hold on.
Golden Road, Super Marco, Kyle Teasy, Few, Flap Teasy, and Ogwen is the reigning world champions, AP Brent.
They literally colored the road with gold as they walked all over every single airport I can think of right now.
And
Hello. How about now?
Internationals Oheb, Sensue, Yue,
How about now, bro?
Edward, and Haji.
If last season's Blacks International felt very young, this one
Is it good now?
is in their sophomore year. Again, they are resetting their mindset. They're redefining
Yeah,
their
thank you.
to the road to another championship, and they're bound to make the haters think twice.
Kinda miss the
I've been a fan of him for years now. He's my baby brother.
my views before, you know.
I think he's gonna be something else tonight.
And Blacklist International will have to bring something else tonight. Now that Haji back in the room, it feels like this was something.
Thank you for the donation again, bro.
Last season, try Haji out in the room, and even before that, and now he's back here.
Well, Askin, you have been given. That's exactly what it is. And I would love to commend Blacklist for sticking to this. This is exactly where AP Bren was a few seasons ago.
Actually, bro, I'm supporting
Did not
these
work
two
out. They did
teams.
not finish
And Echo.
in the strongest way.
And Echo.
But they stuck with it.
Echo,
And
Bren, and
They
Blacklist.
let it cook. They
know?
let the combination cook. And look where they are now.
I'm hoping that in season 13, finally we see come to fruition the expectations to see Haji go into a full-on leadership.
They said that Bren is a combination of
Renegade in the previous season,
Blacklist and
shared the
Echo,
roster
you
together,
know.
right? But now it's him.
Yeah, I'm supporting Blacklist as well because you know, I like Wise.
We'll ask here, as Blacklist International will be going up against APBR, Flap TZ, the World Championship Finals MVP. Leo, what's our Infinix keys to victory?
Let's talk about it. The K2V brought to us by Infinix as we see two of the most celebrated, decorated, talented, and just beloved XP laners in all of the game. For APBR, we gotta see that hunger. You've won so much already. What in the
No, bro.
show that
Venus is not playing.
Get to your head that there's more to the B.
B-Wise.
As for Blacks International, show us your determination.
B-Wise is resting, bro.
Throughout the years, we know now the brand speaks for himself. You see this logo themselves. They are they. You know what they can bring. Prove that that's what we're gonna see soon enough. And as well for both, show us why you're two of the best teams ever. Again, they're both world champions. Both
You're not updated?
champions. The world knows that.
I just saw you on I think
it's black and gold. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
MOBA Saints stream or Hood.
Flap TZ showing there the two coaches of APBR, Coach Ducky and
That's you, right, Cheddar?
formerly of
Cute.
Echo.
Is there a
MOBA Saints stream?
version of this?
We gotta see that.
Yes, I saw you there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, I saw you there.
Between these two.
But you're not updated
It's Haji.
in MPL PH.
I know you
Right.
guys don't notice it because Haji looks so young. He's actually one of the longest players in that team, like the most experienced.
Exactly. He made his debut season 2.
So
That's when Asson won his his first MPL championship.
exactly.
That's how far back the young man goes.
Exactly. So, real quick, again, just to throw back to the K2V brought to us by Infinix. Gentlemen, do you get the same vibe that this just becomes more than mechanics? Like the way that K2V and how we should expect to watch this match.
Oh, MPL not so much.
It's more than just what happens in the land of
Yeah.
Gold. There's a lot to it. There's a mythos. There's a legend to it.
Are you gonna watch later? NACT?
Technical aspect, you have to consider again the brand that these two organizations, these two teams, and the players within them have maintained for the rest of the world. They're legends, living legends at this point. Flap being the two of the three two-time world champions in MLBB esports history. Agent Zero Edward, the Filipino sniper Oheb, the KDA machine Haji. Again,
Nice. I'm gonna stream that, bro.
technicals wise, but in terms
I'm going to
of
restream that.
dude, just enjoy it. Oh my god, it's Blacklist versus
Invite-
APBR. You can't let that go.
Invite them, bro.
Basically stamps of excellence.
You're
Not just for the
still
players
on
out there,
BTK
but for everyone else
DC
who's
group, right?
passed
Discord
through
group.
These colors.
All right, I'm gonna show the mark in me. Is this your Stone Cold Rock? Is this what it looks like?
Nice.
Closest to
Hello, King KG. Yo.
Immortals, literally. Like,
Again-
who doesn't know this guy, right?
These are icons, and they throw back the different
Um,
right?
If you can invite them, Cheddar, to watch my
Some would argue season
my
one
live
is
stream
all about
later
Bren.
for NACT, that would be good.
So long
You
living.
know, that
And right now,
highly appreciated.
It just starts to feel like all three of us are just right there.
Nice.
All of
Thank you.
guys. We're
Thank you.
excited to see what these teams
Thank
are
you, bro.
because obviously everyone wants to play what they play.
Yeah, earlier, Rockhard, I asked you your thoughts heading into this match right before we ended the first series. You said, I wish I could just watch this game. And as casters,
Yeah.
we will admit, there are some games that we wish we could just
Um,
It's always an honor to do our job. But
I still
these two titans,
didn't see the schedule for NACT, but I know that there will be a matches later.
That's right. If you ask me if I'm a member of the Hive or an agent tonight, I'll just tell you, yes.
yeah.
There's no correct answer. There's no wrong answer. Yeah.
And we haven't really delved that too deep into the technicals, but I think we should now.
Yes, later.
Just as a reminder, if
So we
this
can
is
keep
your-
our jobs.
Yeah, just so we can keep our jobs. Just a reminder, if you're a new
I think it's
MLBB esports, let's talk about these two teams, what they like to play like. Let's start with APBR. Maybe a quick sentence.
no.
to describe the APBR
No, bro.
style, Rockhard.
XP lane.
XP lane.
For baby brand. Flap TZ has been
I think
crazy. Recently.
Saturday,
This
sorry.
guy,
Saturday.
he's got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Leo, what about you?
Perfect response. They're capable of
it's
playing the
still
aggressive
Friday
way.
here.
They're capable of playing the long
Still
game
Friday
and
here in
finding an odd
Still Friday
moment to
here in
rope-a-dope. But when AP Bren are cooking, it's always the perfect response to whatever is happening.
All right. So that's a quick reminder of what AP Bren likes. Blacklist International. You know, so I could join into this. For me, it would be deadly comfort. You know how they play around objectives and the utility type junglers and roamers. That has been their stamp of excellence.
And I think they have to kind of just roll back to what they're known for, especially when Bonchan was just on a roll.
Bro.
It's to innovate. I feel like every time a season we go up for an off season, Bonchan just comes in with something crazy. It shakes everything up. I miss those times, and those are some things that you can never count out with Blacklist.
I'd like to think that's one solid strength. I'm not saying that doesn't exist anymore. It's not something we can expect for. But what really impresses me for Blacklist, especially in
Anime and chill.
is their step-by-step approach to the game. Whether it be outside of the Land of Dawn or in the Land of Dawn, maybe only second to RSG, who's through the leadership of Coach Panda, very good with the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3, the procedural timing-based approach. It's Blacklist who's second to that. Even with the Royal Duo in the lineup or this younger lineup, they always know what's next after a certain play.
All right. And so people will probably be saying, hey, Reptar, why didn't you say anything for AP Bren? I'll put it simply. Best in the world. And now we are heading into the draft between two legendary organizations. Figures up there in the mythos of MLBB esports history.
Drafting time.
It wasn't that long ago. We saw them in action. We got a glimpse of what they can bring to the table. For AP Bren, we got a full look. And of course, we're getting a full look right now. Uncle Esson, actually, back in the roster for Blacklist.
I miss Esson, man. I feel like if you throw Esson in, he's gonna do something. He's just gonna do something.
Lakas ng boss ni Rockard.
One of the founders of New Hook
Lakas ng
City.
boss ni Rockard.
The Pain was the first Hook City mayor and then eventually became S1. But now, done with history, let's go back to the present. AP Bren on the blue side, Blacklist International on the red.
Yeah, this is gonna be really fun. And again, I would like to remind everyone, take notes. It's so crucial for you guys know what literally the best teams in the world are doing right now. And I think if you are a big fan of the whole meta, if you study it very extensively, you are recording right now. So
Yeah.
make sure it's on 1080p.
Oh, for sure.
Higher.
Or higher.
You can go higher if you can,
4K.
We don't blame you for it. Yeah, y'all remember that meme of that guy who was like trying to help his friend put on eye drops, but then the entire bottle opened?
Yeah. And then you can see in 4K.
Yeah, you can see. Not even 4K. Like it zoomed into his eye, and then it just saw the universe.
My goodness.
And I'm only bringing that up because that's what it feels like when we have Coach Ducky and Coach Bonchan drafting. It seems like they're steps ahead,
Right.
especially when you're working on it from an analyst perspective as a caster.
Yeah.
You also have to try and match that.
Plus the analytical depth of one Dexstar and the reputation of Coach Treb, the Trevor Blitz draft. I don't
Let's
know
go,
if,
Bren.
taking their
Bren
time,
Blacklist.
or are they really talking through it? But it looks like we already have our first pick. Is that a Vexana?
It does.
First pick, Vex.
Seems to be. That's crucial.
Is that a pick or a bad?
That's a pick. It's in color.
Oh yeah.
Color.
Yeah, it should be a pick on the Vex.
Yeah, I would really be very excited about few handling heroes like this, right? I feel like he does excel. I mean, obviously he's still got the mechanics, but I think Few from Ren Esports really excels in those heroes that know when to drop DO,
Yeah.
when to make things fly. Not saying he's not on par mechanically. I'm just saying that's exactly why you pick a hero like Few on your team.
I think it's his deadly combination of that wisdom, experience, and his mechanics. Again, it was just last season when we saw him
Low.
flickering away from ults and key skills. Like, oh, you saw that? And
Predicted that?
Yeah, and is this not the same player that can actually play a Gushan, a Vexana? Well,
Yeah.
we're about to see it now.
Yeah, I've seen the Gushan,
A
yeah.
Lilia, a Fredrin, a Phovius in mid,
Yeah.
a Joy in mid. There's nothing you can't do.
I'm sure there's a muscle memory for Selena there as well somewhere.
course.
Yeah.
Championship Selena.
Championship
Call it
Selena.
back. Ages like fine wine, and He's not that old, but I mean, in terms of our sport, you know, when you reach like close to around 24, 25, you're considered one of the older players in the league already.
He's way past
You're
that.
not a young man.
A little bit past that.
He's a
yeah.
little bit past that? I thought he was only
think
like
so.
25.
I guess he's just about 2 years older
Just
than me. Then
about.
that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what? All right, gotta double check that fact. Hop on the league
Because I
media
think he
real
was
quick.
like, I think he was like 18 when he was like 6 years
He
ago.
debuted.
The world champion. Maybe, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Carry and Grok there, and Grok actually is a pick that has been rising up in popularity in
There we go.
off-season tournaments, and even in MPL Indonesia, our good friends there. Hi everyone, if any of you are watching.
Hey,
I
what's
know you're going
up?
through your own things. But yes, let's quickly run back through the bands first. Ruby, Novaria, CC for AP Bren, Matilda, Joy, and Nolan for Blacklist International.
I like that they actually paid attention to
J-Ban Bexana.
all three of the Trinity. Again, there's the Joy,
Of course,
there's the
Ivan
Nolan, there's the
Bexana.
Gwen.
And the patch notes, of
Yeah.
course.
And Blacks International going tit for tat, save for their difference in mid and jungle. So AP Brand, they're keeping their tabs open. Coach Trev and Ducky asking Kyle, hey, you need the hero now? Kyle says, no, we can wait. And what's left for Kyle? There's actually a smorgasbord. There's still the Fred,
Oh, yeah.
still the Baksha. Not many left in Assassins.
Fanny?
Barats, but I don't like the Barats with what's on the board right now for them.
Yeah, no. Gonna be a struggle.
Fanny, did you say the F word?
Yeah, I said.
Fanny? Nope, there it is.
Sorry,
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Said the F word. I was
Hello?
surprised. I was like, wait, did I?
Hello, Sakura.
You gave me a heart attack, man.
Yeah, I was.
No, because Fanny.
Hello, Sakura. Can you hear me?
She's a phantom part of that Trinity.
That's true.
Only
Can you hear me,
second maybe to
Sakura?
Nolan, she's one of the few assassins actually valid.
For specific players. Right.
Correct. And
And-
Kyle Teasy is one of those players.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Nice, thanks.
Right now, again.
Let's go, Bren.
The fact that Guinevere's range
Go.
on her spatial migration.
Let's
has
go,
been
Blacklist.
shortened, so it's not gonna be. She needs to get a little bit closer to get that jump off, and it's easier to read. Or to read the trajectory of it, honestly. Like ever since the change, I've gone up against a few Guineveres and I found myself not getting hit by it way more.
It's not as abusive as it was.
Who you supporting?
It's not as
Sakura.
unpunishable. You can kind of see it coming now.
Ah.
And, you know,
Oh, sorry to cut you off there.
yeah, you can see
Sorry.
it's coming from a mile away. Anyway,
Yeah,
good.
I was cooking. I think they're reading in the situation that maybe the Grok is going to the XP. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
Because they still blocked out the Barats. You can still put a different roamer, like say like a Rafael or something, to allow for a Barats. But now they blocked that out.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to look at what we have here. Paquito. There we go.
Obviously.
Edward Balboa.
Gotta utilize that early game Paquito, and you know that's one for Agent Zero.
I have the Tiger playing already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm all for you.
In my mind, it's the baseline first.
Nice one.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why Paquito showing up there.
It's
He's always
nice.
been a good secondary choice to go for in the EXP lane. However, because of the change to Paquito,
Like the stream, guys.
especially now,
He's one of the
his
few
second skill
heroes
buff.
who actually just got a clean buff.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
It's like you get second skill at level 1. By level 2, there's a good chance if you land your combos, you're winning lane.
Oh, there it is.
And there's the Fred.
Yep.
It's a world championship winning Fred there for Kyle Teasy. It looks like it's a roam Grok from my point of view, and it's an R-Lot. I think this is going in the hands of Flap Teasy.
Looks like we're seeing. Okay, there you go.
No question.
Hello, Kejung-kun.
If y'all were watching Series 1 tonight, Minana Evos versus TNC.
I'm from
and you
PH,
saw
bro.
Won 2 MVPs
I'm from
back-to-back,
PH.
Y'all watch Flap Teasy.
How about you?
Arlen.
How about you?
You're gonna be in for a treat. You're gonna be in for a treat for sure.
Yeah. And this is a tendency that we actually see with lineups that have Claude and Guinevere's. If open, the opposing team will probably pick R-Lot. There's just something about, of course, with the speed of Final Slash coming out, the repositioning,
Sorry.
and the surprise factor that it brings,
Yep.
it can mess up the entries of Claude's and Guinevere's.
It's too good right now. It's too good. You can throw it on almost any position still, even with the nerfs, and you can never
By
go
the
wrong.
Yeah.
How about you, bro? Where are you from?
Flexible pick up there. Very dependable. Blacklist International. Okay. I haven't heard that.
That was
voice.
Wow.
yeah, same.
And it's a new line, too. It's one of those newer lines from
Yeesh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
M6 ready, drop.
Most likely going to be getting. I wouldn't be surprised if this gonna instead of the Eternal Guard, it's actually gonna opt to go for one of the setup
Yep. Final Slash or Wild Charge.
or the Wild Charge. Yes.
You don't want the light wheels.
I mean, if you want to, I'm not gonna knock people for their choices, but yes, you
right.
wouldn't want that.
So
I think Bren's gonna win here.
National, again, they're
Bren's gonna win here.
to their
Because of
identity.
Vexana.
They're heroes,
Vexana OP.
that are not off of their MO. But for AP Bren, I'd say the fact that it's a Vex on Few makes it a different flavor. It's not as mobile as again, me and Rockhart would like to see.
That's true. Again, you kind of look for heroes like the Lilia recently, as of late. Aurora, I'm missing out the Auroras.
The off season was too long.
Yeah,
for
it
the
was just
Aurora.
too long, man. People just did not bite into it.
Huge shout outs to our online viewers who are with us to witness our superstar match of the week, AP Bread and Blacklist International.
And of course, as our way of saying thanks,
Yo!
you may redeem in your MLBB app for hero skins and tournament chests.
Game number 1 between two legendary organizations.
No, not yet, not yet.
Calm before the storm. Early game
Global ban
priorities, Leo. What
not
do you
yet been
expect?
implemented here.
I'm expecting that
Only MDL PH, bro.
by AP Bren will make Blacklist International consider using their early resources. Again, a flicker for a flicker, but Oakwood still walks away.
Yeah.
Kyle TC, level
That's
3.
exactly what you got to do the moment you hit that level 2.
Yep.
And yeah, they're
Oh,
making
Sensui
it
on-
impossible
still
case
level-
for punishment.
Still level 3,
Call there
bro.
by Blacklist International to tell Edward to be proactive from the lane early on. By the way, focus on Few, the goated idol of the
Whoa, whoa,
world.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, wait a second.
Almost getting taken down there, but 5 days, 10 hours, and 41 minutes is the total game time of Few and MPL PH season 1.
He's a
5
season
days.
oneer. I mean, you counted the total hours.
Total hours, yes.
That's
yes,
right.
yes.
Okay, so that's 2
I
flickers
think
off the board.
I know who you are, Sakura.
From Blacks International, and they already have, but what, a 200, 300 gold lead. Looking at their items, folks, please do not mind that. I'm pretty sure we will have to jog the system to get the actual item. But something to note.
Oh, you're from Northeast India, bro.
Check out Sensui, rocking that concussive blast. Something tells me he wants to expedite lane clears and camp clears
Yeah.
so they can be part of fights sooner.
That means Blacklist.
How big is India?
Play closer to the chest here. You can see Flap TZ. US close by.
Oh
He's there fine.
goodness.
Forces the flicker out of Flap TZ.
Oh, Sensui.
Re-engage. Sensui has a 1v1.
Edward.
There goes the Eternal Guard. And those guards just going to have to find their own ways back to
Oh,
their
shit.
masters. Going back to the turtle.
Sakura ko na yung sitting on a tree.
Yue Haji walking in Sensui in the middle of this turtle fight.
Yeah, looking really good here. Obviously secured by Blacklist International. What a masterclass. 4 clashes.
Well, Rockhart, earlier you mentioned for
Are you from India as well, Cheddar?
EXP Lane is doing really well right now. Again, we
Actually,
are reminded
Northeast
of the
India
change to
are-
Piquito and how strong he is in
That?
the early game.
China, bro,
Great
before
for
the war.
jugglers, even
So,
if you're landing your ability to
Northeast
be an
India,
laner,
it's like a borderline to
against the
Mongolia.
opposing laner. And Blacklist International are
Mongolia and
really
China
pressure
are
as
in the
well
same
onto Flap
country,
TZ's
right?
lane.
And that's the right thing to do, I think. Given AP Bren's lineup, besides Ogwin and maybe
Mongolia and China.
not many of them will actually have any actual impact up until the mid game. Looking at Super Marco, you want items on that carry. Looking at Flap, you can sustain
Oh, okay.
no source of damage or follow through unless it's a big fight. So AP Bren's waiting for that, for the right response, for the right timing.
And I'm really loving this.
Okay.
You can see why they pick it up on last.
Yeah.
Great
Black-
answer to either wild charge.
Black is
or
leading,
guard.
bro. Black is
They can
leading,
do
guys.
Anything here. And maybe a final slash. You never know what's going to come out of you, eh? Gotta watch out for that for AP Bren.
Yeah. Right now, Hogan forced to go back out. Easy, trying to be aggressive.
Cal TZ will definitely be able to dance out this one.
Wild charge.
Vexana wins game. Vexana wins game.
Quick. That's Oheb. up.
Mongolia is above China, far away from
200,
India.
300.
Ah, okay.
And that's a huge chunk of the gold lead actually standing on both teams. But look at that.
But it's like a border.
Both catches Ogwin.
Good damage from
Borderline,
Sensui.
right?
There you
Mongolia
go.
and China.
That's what you get. Obviously, it's still a tank Guinevere when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens. You can't do it with a 1v1 yet.
And you see here the struggle for the R-Lot and the slight struggle for AP Bren. Although they have a good amount of control for them right now, seems like Blacklist are timing their abilities a little bit better, maximizing them. I think would be the better word because they're.
Oh, where are you from,
controlling the tempo
Sakura?
that AP Bren usually likes to set.
Yep, and it's because of
Okay, the
space.
base.
It's the fact that their lineup is just more mobile, it's just more agile, and at this point in the game, it's the re-engages that matter. It's not exactly the actual secures Not like this, see? You're not gonna get the skill, and it's
Okay, so
confirm the skill.
Northeast
and
India is more like
and that's where Blacklist wins. There's little inches.
Oh,
Mongolian.
trying to go for the temp check here, but we'll be trapped in with the huge barrier here. But Blacklist members getting quite low. Calteezy as well might force him to back off.
Looks
Over
like
Calteezy,
a
will they
Malay
pull the
or
trigger?
Chinese.
Seems to like hanging Calteezy with retribution. Getting that turtle. Blacklist on the back here.
The game of ages continue.
And there
Oh,
you go.
shit.
Since we just not in the position to
Blacklist,
first blood for AP Brent.
Blacklist got the turtle, but
Non-stop action here.
oh
Haji
my god.
falling
They
as
lose
well.
the trade,
Calteezy
bro.
gets the
They
first
lose the
2
trade.
kills of the game.
Isn't this what you talked about here, Leo?
Money for us, the best win in the world.
That AP Brand love to do.
What kind of weed?
That's right, and they understood that Blacklist
Is that the marijuana?
did very well with this roster, with
Oh,
this
shit.
lineup. But AP Brent played it
Mary
to
Jane?
the point wherein after that turtle, they used
Can I
the
Mary
damage that
Jane?
was taken from the turtle kill. Damage on Calteezy, extra shields on everyone, and again, a game of inches, nay, millimeters that allow for AP Brent to add up these little advantages into eventually 2 kills and a major objective. Now, there's a relatively big lead when it comes
Oh,
to
okay.
engagement in space.
Yeah.
Yep, speaking of engagement,
Sorry,
see
sorry.
if he can get some
Sorry.
damage to Calteezy, but Haji is actually not going to be able to close it up. Neil and Fury not in range yet. PP Bren, they are walking the fence here, and they catch Ogwen. Ogwen might be in trouble here.
Oh, Gwen, you're dead, you're dead.
And Owen not going to have the abilities to close the gap.
Master Ogren able to get out of that.
Yes, AP Brain is unbeatable right now.
Right before that was in the
Ganja.
See the health of
Ganja.
that tower for Blacklist International.
Oh boy.
Low. On a rotation
Ganja.
choice by Few and Kyle Teasy after getting that win in the orange side of the jungle of Blacklist International, went to the mid.
Is that a kind of
and
a
now
plant?
Blacklist will have to worry
Or a
because when
weed?
that tower falls and AP Bren are in control, then AP Bren are going to start playing that AP Bren game of smothering you in the mid.
It's a major
Oh.
and honestly, it was paid for by
I
Ogre.
know now, I know
Ogre
now.
was willing to die for that push,
Yeah.
but he didn't. That's what it is.
Yeah, Calteezy and Sensui just facing off against each other. Your flicker used by Edward. That Paquito might have some trouble re-engaging, especially reaching Super Marco here at the back, who is working on this turtle right now.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Kyle Deasy secures once more, and I think Blacklist understand that we can't let that first turtle take happen again.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, just keeping at it.
I googled it, I
Make sure
googled
that
it.
Blacklist don't have much room to breathe here on the bottom side of the map. Oheb just not quite ready to take the fight just yet.
So, what started off as a rough time in the EXP lane for Flap, TZ, and AP Bren eventually turned into, well, even there, but definitely the major artery of the game in the mid lane broken by AP Bren. That's one of their main comforts. And Oheb is also struggling in the gold lane up against Super Marco that just got broken down. So this is now the AP Bren timer of that mid-game power spike.
Yeah, for calling back here, one of the safest carry gamers in the world. In Season 10, in his debut season, only didn't die?
That's right. No.
Or died once.
He had a 6 or 7 game win streak.
7-game win streak on
Right
the
before
carry.
carry was actually fully on meta.
Yeah.
It was Super Marco was pushing the propaganda, and it actually happened. And now with that said, he may be.
Oh, you wanna be a mod?
Just 300, 400 gold because again,
Sure,
one
sure.
hasn't died. But just the same, the map is not looking good for Blacklist.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like he's touchable at all here. Even Edward gonna have a hard time reaching Super Marco right now.
All right, so now the question is for Blacklist International. How do you come back from this? Are you really just dependent on that power spike of the Claude? Is there something that you can do to punish AP Bren?
One thing you can say is definitely wait for Oheb to get his Trinity and then try to go deep into the back line, take down few, find the winner.
You're a mod now, bro.
But, well,
Check it.
number one, get some farm on
You're
Oheb.
a moderator now, bro.
Blacklist International has the anti-disaster protocol in them. It's in the programming, it's in the code, but they need to consider that too, because I think Sensui is not eating very well.
Yeah, he's struggling. He just got a purple buff taken from under his nose here. Lord, gonna come up.
I'm already working, Kejong.
It's not that
Is it
far.
Kijung or Kejung?
Should they?
That's a big question.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Even if Sensui gets in,
Nice
the damage
one.
is quite negligible, and everyone
you,
just
thank
can
you.
get out. even with the capture
Oh.
here. So
Why you gifted?
yeah,
Why
I
you
guess
gifted
that's a
it?
big question.
And
Black
not
is Oheb ready? Well, since we go straight for few or something, the Super Marco is just an unanswered answer right now.
Why you gifted the membership
This is the best
and
I've ever seen,
why
gentlemen.
didn't you
Because we got to an old school
join
Lord
it for
Dance,
yourself,
a
bro?
more new gen version of it. Quick reset.
Yeah, faster pace. Yeah, there you go.
You actually see
Ah, you
teams
sub
now
yourself.
jumping
Thank you,
into
thank
mid
you.
and bottom first
Thank you, bro.
before they prioritize and trying to jump
Much
into
love.
position.
Edward's on top since we getting into position, maybe to get into a good Violet Requiem, but then again can be easily punished here by Super Marco.
Ooh, second soft reset of this Lord Dance elapsed maybe 30, 40 seconds in now, and they maintain the HP. It's still there, half health.
The Lord Dance of Fall, still waiting for who's going to pull the trigger. Not exactly in position. Here comes AP Bren.
Yeah, that's a beautiful wall here, making sure that
Oh, Batman, you have a
maybe
free-
for a good
you have a
Violet
free
Requiem.
gift
We're seeing it right
from
now,
a
but
cheddar.
it's
Say
just
thank
not
you.
being felt here. Edward from the back.
Oh,
That's a
Kyle
retribution.
TC got the
Obi
Lord.
goes down. The
Oh
blue
my
is
God.
beautiful
They
here
got
from
wipe out.
Blacklist.
That's
Going
a
in
very
straight here.
expensive Lord. A
Oh
3
my God.
Oh boy, and one
not a
more
good
to
trend,
boot.
you know?
Maybe if Flap TZ can make it,
Oh,
but
but
Super
Flap-
Marco make sure there's damage to boot. Oheb close by as well, but no ultimate means
Still a good trade. Still a good trade.
It's messy, it's scrappy, but I'd say both teams walk away with an exchange that they're willing to walk away. This is what you call a negotiation. When
Oh.
neither party is happy, but they walk away with what they got.
They got something.
Oh,
They got
all right.
something.
Wow, thank you.
Fight, right? The only
Thank you
reason
for,
why I
joining
think
membership,
that is because
Cheddar.
Oheb came in from all the way top, put stacks
Nice
on
one.
the-
Let's
on the
go.
TV first, and then engage.
Hope it will
And then
continue,
after
bro.
you saw Lord go down to the 8 or 9K mark, that's the point of no return. And that was just the
Thank you,
perfect
bro.
timing
Thank you.
for them to come in and then punish. Get the first 2 kills on AP Bren, trade for Blacklist.
More
get
blessings
another
to come
kill
for
AP
you, bro.
Bren, and then Blacklist gets one, and then the Lord got taken from there.
Flap TZ just missed the final slash. AP Bren did have the Lord. Blacklist minimized their losses, but they are going to be dropping towers as AP Bren continue to push forward. Keanu pickups few with the Divine Glimpse. To see what
Hello.
goes back.
They're seeing
Hello,
that maybe
Carol.
they can make some more happen here, but no, missing out on some crucial jumps here. Edward also trying to get a backline access.
How about you, Sakura?
It's just no go if you're going for Super Marco.
Step by step, AP
Membership
Bren
is
took
waiting.
everyone's authority on the map. They did not force the
Hello.
issue for bottom lane inhibitor, so they took mid tier 2.
Hello, guys. Thank you for watching the stream.
Top tier 2.
Like the stream,
and then
guys.
that,
Thank you.
Blacklist are now cordoned off inside their own base. It'll be lucky if maybe Edward or Oheb can actually find farm elsewhere, but that'll be very, very difficult. Like, see here now, Agent Zero, he has to consider going home. He can't split push like this. I think AP Red is on his chase.
Oh yeah, running back. As you see there, because of the presence of Agent Zero in some key team fights, that's where the heart of their counter punish, their counter collapse will come from. The entry of Edward and the Paquito. And two things that Suzu and Haji have been doing really well is actually maximizing their control, which is why AP Bren can't get that picture-perfect team fight that we're known for them to have. Even though we see the positioning that is classic AP Bren, the dominant performance in a team fight, it's getting controlled really well by Blacklist International.
If you're AP Bren, you're just looking at, you know what, Leo's right.
That's okay, Cheddar. You don't need to,
But if you are AP Bren, you're also
You don't need to
keep an eye
give
on
them.
Edward, who should be good. Our front is pretty much covered.
Yeah, something else to note, I think they have to keep tabs on Edward's flicker timer.
Yeah.
Again, now it's clear for us to see 40 seconds in.
Oh, Sakura, need
the Lord
membership.
spawns in about 20. So there'll be about
I think-
10, 15
I
seconds
think,
later, we're in AP Bren.
she can,
is free.
go for it by
Agent Zero. So I wonder if they're
herself.
playing that well now.
You know?
Especially since they're setting up the long lane here. in bottom.
Yeah, not just to avoid his threat, but also to find a way to punish him for not having a flicker up.
Yo, Kijung, where are
Side
you?
of the map. I don't think AP Bren will find that opening. They get first positioning in the Lord. Oh, have got the orange buff there.
Waves look super good right now, and looks like it is a go for AP Bren. Super Marco up front,
Wow.
and a huge entrance here for
Oh
Flap
my
TZ.
God.
Nice request, or nice answer here for Requiem, but Edward is also going to be put up very, very low.
Bro, if
Everyone changing
if
things
you
to
haven't
things full of
if
light
you haven't
rounds.
get
Oh,
the
50
Vex
health.
collector
Boy,
skin,
he's getting
wait
ready
for
to
the
go in, maybe,
next-
but the wild charge for
next
Rowan
Vexana
stops
skin.
him out. Yue goes down as well, but Edward takes out Few. It's a reset on the Lord, but look at him.
Oh,
How
shit,
he's
run,
Super
Haji.
Marco. They're taking him out. They are right.
Oh my God, they got wiped out, almost wiped out.
Looked like a huge fight for the Lord turned into just, you know what? Let's just fight. A good turn by both teams. Good decision there. AP Bren will win that Lord out, and now
Yo, Cheddar.
towards top.
There will be another Vexana
Blacklist
skin.
had to face the Turkish Fireflux Esports, and it was in a
It's
very
like
same moment.
an all-star skin.
Oh!
Oh my god.
That was
Now, that's just the firepower talking. That's just about the 4K, 5K gold lead that AP Bren has.
That's Marco Maniac right there. That wasn't a maniac, but you know how he can play.
that
It felt like a maniac.
felt like a
like a
maniac.
God damn,
That's what
Marco.
matters.
Fun fact about Super Marco: most kills in MPL Philippines season 12.
Yeah, I think next month. Next month.
Also
April.
highest kills
I
per
think
game
April.
And GPM and gold per game. Super Marco showing why he is one of the best, if not the best.
I think
right now.
it is much better than this collector skin.
Credit for about half of
Than this
all
Vexana
the
collector
kills
skin.
that this
It is
kid
much
had.
better.
Again, was it not this same character that wasn't doing anything much past the 6 or 7 minute mark of this game? He was very quiet. He needed that mid-game power spike, and now they're playing off of inevitability. Looking at the item builds, Amai, is that right? Is Sensui building hybrid?
Seems so. I think they are feeling that big lack of some damage, maybe,
Yes.
into what we can only expect.
Imagine,
when the Russian
Blacklist
comes in.
can fight
It's not getting what
Brent
they want.
toe-to-toe.
Now they are gonna
Right?
have to face the brunt of the AP Brands.
I think
frontline.
Blacklist can beat Onyx.
Here comes AP Bren. Looking to seal game one right here, but Contis, he gets caught, so he goes
Very
back.
happy in Sensui with
Oh,
the
Vexana.
on top. Waves are getting cleared up, but will it be enough? Haji goes in with Fury.
Haji.
And it's only going to be a few people
Shit.
coming up here, and AP
Oh,
Brand
Glenn.
ready to go for it once more. AP Brand have to defend the front line.
Oh my
Against Edward, he's
shit,
going to go.
Edward.
And that just might be
Shit.
it.
Oh
Sensui will
my
not have the
God.
firepower to stop this. It's
1-0, Bren.
Good start. Great start.
What
For
a
the reigning
godly,
champions of the world.
godly gold lane you
It
have.
was rough for them in the beginning. A bit of pressure from the side of Blacklist International Agent Zero.
Sorry, guys.
But as always, AP Brand finds a way to turn it around and spike up in the mid game.
exactly how you expect the world champions to play. You will not be able to breathe. If that's you know what I mean, right? When you're
For
in the game,
sure.
when you're trying to get
For
to
sure,
breathe,
champions for a
they
reason.
will not give that to you.
Yep, as soon as they went for that gambit in mid.
But I
almost
think if you're Blacklist,
mid
if
lane
you're a
to
Blacklist
open
fan,
up that main artery,
you should be happy
allow for the
because
rest of AP Bren to farm.
they can fight
And it was
Bren
definitely Blacklist
toe-to-toe,
farm,
you know?
That definitely grew that gold lead. I'm waiting for the post-game stats. I want to see if it really was just about 5K or 6K in between, because it felt like more. It felt like double that.
Yeah, I think it would also have to be attributed to the fact that Blacklist International at times looked hesitant to make a play.
Because right now,
They got into
Bren is almost
AP Bren we're dealing with. We have to find
in
a
whole
way
another
to
level.
start.
So Onyx,
Sort of
Blacklist,
that's what it
whatever
felt like at
team,
times for me. I gotta
The way
You,
I read that situation, again, on your behalf, at
you
least,
put them Bren,
I get it.
they're not gonna
They
win.
made the right choice or no choice.
They're
at
on
all.
another level.
They made, in some junctures, no choice at all, which allowed AP Brent to barrel on forward even more.
I think most of it was kind of balanced around whether or not Agent Zero was going to have to make a good entry.
It's Agent Zero who was making more of the, all right, I'll just try anyways.
I'll try something.
Yeah.
So, and if it doesn't work, I feel like Blacklist always went for the reset.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's not the fault. They didn't like lose out on any big team fights. There's always someone left alive,
Yeah, there's
but they also didn't win any big ones as well.
It's what happens when you have a Minotaur and a Guinevere. Those are your strengths, right?
Yeah.
Motivation Roar, get some heals. Spacious Migration, basically the whole kit of Guinevere is come in, CC, jump out, come in, CC, jump out.
And you're alive. You
Exactly.
have heal.
But again, it's the finishing power. It's the, I'd say, committing towards the end. Let's go ahead and check out the post-game stats here, starting with our MVP, awarding it over to Super Marco on that carry, his signature hero, rocking that. Folks, this is how you build carry these days. It's a remnants of that off-season tank carry that was a nightmare, the bane of everyone's existence in ranked games. But this time, this is the version that works, all right? So take a note from your very own Super Marco, M5 World Champion, MPL Champion, International Sensation, Fighter Emblem, Attack Speed, Life Spell Vamp, and then Brave Smite. All right, let's check out the highlights once again. Super Marco, eyes on him. He played the early game very safely, only took part where it mattered. Look, He knows that there was a turtle fight. He knows that there was a scuffle. But he's like, you know what? No, fam, I'm going to farm. I'm going to let Oheb go ahead and rotate because I know that past the 5-minute mark, 6, 7 minutes here, 10, the very first Lord take from AP Bren, they were going to pop off and then get the payoff from here. Super Marco going for the flank, waiting for this trade to actually pay off. Again, it's a very expensive trade for Blacklist, cost him the Lord. And in the
Yeah.
Lord take,
Sorry guys, I went to the bathroom.
Yes, they did lose view, but it was a worthy sacrifice.
Yes,
They also got
Flap
the
TC
Lord.
and Super Marco.
They will get the
Super
Lord,
Marco
and they allowed Super Marco
actually
to run forward. This is where it started to feel like he was playing.
they're
with a
they're on
maniac
another level
to
though.
score. I mean, he did not score the Maniac, but eventually
Even
it
Edward
was just,
cannot
like I mentioned earlier, inevitability that they were playing off.
match
of.
Flap
They
TC
carried
right
it
now.
as a solid amount of peel and good damage backup. NCC from the Vexana. Looking at the game time, 16 minutes, that's about a solid clip, especially since Blacklist was playing a solid early game, but come mid and late, the power spike from AP Bren, and when Super Marco said, you know what, Marco's online, that's where it started to change, that's where it started to shift. Some key pickups as well. Ogun with the Quantum Charge allowed him to survive moments he should
He's
not
still.
have.
Oh, okay. I thought Marco's
Earlier,
still
it was
building
actually
tank
use
carry.
items I was looking at, thinking
But-
he was building hybrid, but no, this is full on tank Sen.
As you can see a while ago,
The El
Super
Clasico
Marco is
really
using
fought this season.
fighter emblem
Comparing that to what Kyle
so that
Tizzy
he still
who was already
can be
propping up
still
for
tanky.
Oheb to be online. He built this blade armor relatively early. I think as early as the Lord #1, he already has the blade armor. So he knows that if Oheb is coming in, hell, even Edward, if Edward tries to burst down the Fredrin, trying to take the retribution out of Blacklist, AP Bren's formula, then he would at least pay the price. That would be at least a trade. Looking at the damage dealt, team fight participation, again, majority of these kills going over to Super Marco. Kyle TZ and Flap TZ being solid both peel and a threat for CC. Solid front line. But still, this is odd. Gentlemen, I did not feel that Edward was a sandbag. Did y'all feel that too? I think he was putting out solid amounts of damage.
Yeah,
Did
I
a
think
solid pick-off maybe 2 or 3 times, but him taking the most damage?
probably because of the shields, he didn't feel like he was dying a lot, but he was probably the insane amounts of shields coming in, right?
Yeah, because he was the frontliner that was always deepest, I believe, for Blacklist International.
I guess. So, again, the amount of damage he was dishing out and taking, and then weaving in and out of fights, maybe that's what added up to the 94K he took in total game #1. Talking about damage to turrets, I don't know exactly how accurate this is, but it did feel like after the 6 or 7 minute mark, Blacklist really could not touch any of AP Bren's major objectives.
Wow, what a performance by these two teams. And of course, AP Bren just showing the world why they are who they are.
I mean, most of the time it was just like
The Champions Road.
with my mouth open. Wow.
IESF, MPL PH.
How they keep doing that? It's amazing how they do it. But at the same time, you also have to give it to
Games,
Blacklist. I mean, it was a very slow
M5,
burn for AP Bren.
I think it's a shame that I also
Games
did not
of the
mention
Future.
as much of Flap TZ. The fact that he was a very quiet player.
This brand is collecting trophies.
After in a lot of these fights means AP Bren was hiding the potential. Because again, how many major responses with the final slash did they have to do? Again, maybe it was because it was so clumped up.
Yeah.
But the fight ended way too soon before we even saw that actually happen.
Yeah. And before we move on, though, we just have to remind everyone that we want to give a huge shout out to our official sponsor, Smart.
Be part of the digital transformation in the world of connectivity. Say hello to convenience, flexibility, and local connectivity with a smart prepaid SIM. Right there. Your eSIM, bro.
Yeah, just scan it. It's right there on you. It's a QR code.
That's right. You can grab it via digital delivery through the Smart online store for only 99 pesos. That's the Smart eSIM. Get to it. This is the future.
Future.
Future is now. Now we have to look at still the future. What's there to do now for these two teams? Because I have a question, gentlemen. Yes, a season has passed. A major international has passed. Off-season tournaments have passed. But it still feels like I'm seeing the same two teams we saw in MPL Philippines Season 12 in terms of how they play. Maybe just different or improved versions of it. But from my point of view, it feels like nothing has changed between them. And even though Haji's like filling in for the shoes of the Hitman Renegade, sorry to remind you, Leo, I know how much it stings you. And I know it also stings you there, Rock Hard.
Why do you have?
Me too.
I'm gonna have to see Leo later sulk in a corner again because of that.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, bro.
We've gone through the entire day not mentioning, right?
We passed almost 24 hours.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? Here's the thing. Bittersweet that Renegade, the Hitman, is not here. But, again, a little bit of silver lining for Blacklist International. Was it not in this very same time in Season 12, early on, that they were also still kind of finding their grounds?
All right.
Can Haji replace Renegade?
Our players, Flap Teasy from APBR. Let's get his thoughts on Season 13.
Siguro yung na-discover ko sa sarili ko is yung ano eh. Kahit alam ko naman sa sarili ko na wala akong pag-asa, ganun. Pero di pa rin ako nag-give up eh. Tinutuloy ko pa rin kahit alam kong ano, mahirap. Tinutuloy ko pa rin. Tapos ayun siguro yung naging advantage ko. Kaya naging pro player ako kasi parang never ako nag-stop maglaro eh. Yung pagiging committed ko sa laro.
APBR's Flap Teasy sharing us his version. Remember, Flap Teasy was one of the most, if not the most successful rookies of all time. Rookie year, becoming an MPL Philippines champion, eventually becoming a world champion way back in M2, and then a slump. A big one at that, eventually climbing up to be one of the legends, living legends of our league. Determination.
And all of that boiling down from commitment. Sana all, you know?
Okay.
Because
You're saying?
I mean, just because you fall a little bit, you slide up a little bit, doesn't mean you stop.
And that's exactly why Flap is one of the greats. He started to come up into our radar about 2018, into early 2019. And then M6, Season 6 happened, M2, and he's never looked back. I think there's very few
Blacklist.
athletes
Let's go, Bawi.
that has the same roller coaster ride and story of perseverance and climbing up and down, success and failure, learning, and then coming back up on top to his prime like Flap Teasy. You know what, looking back in history, he's the only one who has the same story and the same trajectory.
And I think now I fully understand why when during the interview of him winning the M5 Grand Finals MVP, he just said, it's surreal.
Sorry,
Because, again, that journey...
Guys, I'll just lower the volume.
Finishing a chapter of his story where he became the World Championship MVP.
Can you still hear it?
Now we fully understand why Flap Teasy is the legend that he is.
Yeah, that's coming from a time when he would be with Honda, also a former Blacklist player.
Oh, yeah?
And he was a little kid watching in
He's
MSC.
next to him, sitting in the
Sitting,
audience.
right?
Yeah.
You saw that
MSC
picture,
2019.
2019
Yeah.
in Araneta, here in the Philippines.
Just to explain to
and from
people.
yeah, so
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. No,
it was just really touching because I remember that time. It was a fun time.
He was in the arena calling the matches, and one of the camera bits off game was
Went to him.
Yeah,
Not to Flap.
He was still a little kid then. He hasn't even like matured into like a teenager at that point. He was
He
just
didn't
a
even
little
hit
kid.
puberty.
You know
Yeah,
what?
he hasn't even hit puberty.
You know
during
the
that
best
time.
part is
What?
deep inside he's still just the same kid.
Oh yeah.
After their harrowing loss at Snapdragon last year when they were dropped by BTR. It was BTR, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
BTR.
lost Onic and then they got dropped by BTR. On the flight back, I sat next to Flap and we were all sleep deprived and he was just telling the same story. Sometimes it really do be like that, man.
It
Sometimes.
do be like that.
To be like
And then
that.
we just sat there. It's like, yeah, no, you're right. It really do be like that. And again, it's that same understanding of perseverance, of being humble. And this was before he won the Season 12 championship. This was before he became a two-time world champion. At the time, he was already a SEA Games gold medalist.
Yeah.
But the fact that he understands that this is how life works means you will never catch this kid sleeping. You will never catch him being high on anything that he's achieved because he knows how hard it is to climb back.
And it's so interesting because like his lane counterpart Edward, though not exactly similar in their stories, like beat per beat, Edward did go through a slump at one point. MPL Philippines Season 9, Blacklist International didn't make it into the playoffs. They weren't able to go into MSC 2022. during that time. So we thought, how long would it be until eventually they became champions of the Philippines at 10, and then they got into M4, though eventually trounced by Echo. They made it to the top of the mountain. Not exactly the peak, but they were up there at top. So it's interesting to see the journeys of Edward and Flap Teasy. So now here in the MPL Arena, we're going to be looking for the smart game face of the day. My favorite. Be the next smart game face of the day.
We watching. You watching. Who's it going to be?
You know?
Yeah, of course, just flash on the hashtag
Hello?
Smart on your device in the green background. Put it on your game face and win a redeemable in-game code. Is it going to be it? Looks very familiar.
Oh, Reptar, hope you're ready.
Whoa, that was fast.
Whoa. There we go.
Locked
And
it
is,
in.
is that a picture of Vomi? He has a picture of Vomi on his phone.
Happy
too.
birthday, by the way.
Asumi?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Absolutely, happy birthday.
If I'm not mistaken, one of the more vocal and very supportive members of the Hive, of APBR. I believe we hugged and cried when APBR won the World Championship.
The same gentleman.
The same gentleman. I was in the crowd.
Oh,
He's a hugger.
you gotta do the thing. I mean, you know how it works, right?
Fine. Game face of the day, gentlemen.
What was it?
Where's Chantel?
There was something going on
There
there.
was
I
second
can't
half,
explain.
dude. There was second
Oh,
half.
there
We
was-
need
Yeah.
Chantel on the English section, guys.
Impressive.
I can't.
Thank you.
We're off to a great start already.
I have been
Day
told by
one.
multiple people I'm a very physical person with actions.
Very physical.
There you go.
person.
There you go. He clarified with action.
With
Okay,
actions. I mean, that is what physicality is all about. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Oh, by the way, so as we were discussing, of course, Flap Teasy, Edward, what they bring to the table, the EXP layers. For teams that are
Let's
very
go.
focused,
Drop the ball.
the EXP lane, very crucial.
That's right.
So from that part, let's go a little bit closer. Ogwen and Haji. No,
Drop the
Ogwen,
ball.
let's talk about what you guys thought of Haji's
2-0? I think 2-0.
to the draft for game number
Yeah,
2.
Haji really tries his very best, but again, the Minotaur doesn't seem to be hitting the right targets today at the very least, right? I feel like he's barely. I feel the reach of the ultimate just has to expand a little bit, and then you'd be where you want to be if you're
right.
picking Minotaur. But right now, just not quite there yet.
Yeah, it was just but about maybe a month ago wherein he was scoring 5-man implosions, right?
Yeah.
The Minotaur just doesn't allow for that. Again, I agree. Rockhart, maybe you do need to extend it maybe a bit, but he's already a very meta hero. I don't think Moonton's going to buff the
no.
Minotaur.
Probably not.
But just the same, I think Blacklist banning the Minotaur means they're going to go for something else. And that's already a great change. If you want different results, you go with a different approach.
Go with the big boy,
The Tigreal?
Make it happen.
Tick would be available for Blacklist International if they go ahead and pick it.
How about that show, though?
What
What if they go? What if they go totally?
Hey,
different?
Banjoy.
That'd be nasty.
Is that too much to ask?
Throw it back. Not
We've
too-
seen a couple of shows in the past, maybe
Yeah.
split.
Yeah, and it still works out, honestly. If you want an aggressive jungler who can constantly get info and just constantly be a nuisance to try and break the tempo of your opposing team, a Cho would be a great pick.
Also
That's why it shows up.
very reminiscent of how since we played it when he was back in Onyx in season 10, he played Cho Jungle. It's not that far off, man. He was one of the first people to do it.
Those were different times. And again,
Different times, obviously.
a
But, you know,
throwback to season 8.
it's not like it's possible.
When Haji debuted with Blacklist as a roamer, he was playing Cho. Oh, but that does allow Nolan to come through.
Yeah. One of the... When he did came out, Sensui was one of the most terrifying Nolan players in the league last season. So APBR, as expected, when you have someone who goes in for dive, you want to control it. You pick up a Ruby and a Vexana. Two heroes in this current metagame that up against dive just gives them a much more difficult time to play.
Ruby just feels so strong right now. I don't know. Throw it anywhere. He's going to do so good.
Yep, it's relatively hard to read, but most rubies these days end up in the roam. So with that said, there it is. We were looking for the Tig.
And the Nana!
And we are going to be eating good. And Blacklist secures it down. Yeah, this is a Nana debut in season 13.
Yeah. Obviously, I know everyone who plays, you know, you all love your Nanas.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a treat to see it back here in MPL Philippines. And with the Tigreal, it's going to be...
All-time MPL PH
With
hero
the
leader.
wall open for the board
47
here,
times hit,
makes
ano?
APBR think twice of picking that hero, because if I'm a Claude, I would be quite hesitant to go up against a Tigreal and Nana.
Oh,
So
for sure.
I felt like that was a good block pick by Blacklist International. It's not impossible to make a Claude work here, but it will be difficult.
Even a Curry, if they pick up the Curry here, it'll be less than ideal. So
Yeah.
maybe the Harith becomes a hot pickup.
I see it getting banned, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
so
it is.
we're gonna have to play the Mexican standoff. Like, who pulls the trigger first? Barat's here gonna be closing up the first half of AP Bren's draft.
Oh my God.
For
They got the
sure.
Tigreal.
I like the Barats into the Nolan matchup.
But
I think
Vexana wins game.
You're both coming in from different angles,
Yeah.
and neither is prey or predator to the other.
And the way Super Marco played earlier, it won't be out of possibility to have Carry
There
banned
it is.
out.
There it is.
And the Harith, Carry and Harith maybe as well.
Oh man, this
Yeah.
is the first time in season 13 that we're seeing, game in series 1 that actually happened too. Gold laners be left out like this.
It's true.
What?
So last time Nana was picked was MPL PH season 10 by Super Friends. I remember that. But has it really been that long since someone played Nana?
Has there been no Nanas in season 11 or
Almost
12?
2 years.
Whoa, that's cool.
Wow.
That fact flew over my head.
Well, thanks for league historians for digging that
There's
up.
a Carry ban.
Predicted on the carry.
For the longest time, I feel like people have been mocking Nana picks, so
Yeah.
maybe that's where it came from. But yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Nana Vexana.
Fulvius banned though, so there's
Damn.
more heroes with dashes. Oh, they'll still go Claude.
Go for the Claude, man.
Okay, so they're gonna play into it.
Yeah,
Brody.
mechanics. Marco just do the thing.
Lila.
Purify for sure is one of the keys to
Get
this.
the Lila, bro.
We'll need to-
Moskov.
Yeah, needs to be a little
Moskov.
bit for AP Bren.
Lila is
Well,
buff
with the gold laner
because
right
of that
there.
speed
Yeah.
patch.
Yu Zhong, Lapu Lapu for APB might look good actually.
Picks like this kind of put pressure.
Moskov, Lila, Mia.
Very important. Very
Yeah.
aggressive.
Brody.
Because if you don't do it,
Beatrix.
you might be in trouble.
And they already have half of a formula. They have the Nana. For Nolan to work, you need a solid amount of burst. You need a solid amount of damage that's reliable. They only have the magic version. They still need the physical. And they have a dead lane.
Brody.
Look at this. I like the Brody. That's an additional level of CC that the Claude has to watch out for.
I feel like a Yu Zhong will be really good right now for AP Bren, but
Export.
like Lapu, just to make sure you have someone that can reach the Brody.
Export. Export for flap.
Really crazy version of that would be a Benedetta for Flap, but we don't see that often.
I mean, throw it out there. It's still a big possibility. Arlot's kind of open though. I don't know.
Arlott
if
and
they
the Rizzler are
wanna
open
go
too.
for that.
Export for flap.
XP lane is oddly open right now. And to think that Blacklist actually went for the Thamus. It could have been, if they were looking for a dead lane, it could have
There's
been
a Yu Zhong.
Thamus or Uranus.
Oh.
But yeah, no. You go for the straight cut to the back.
Oh, you know.
Brody.
It's Fams is Yu Zhong's always a good balance between damage and just being tanky enough. Has enough assassination possibilities as well to kind of tilt the lane in your favor. But it's gonna be
Oh, Bonchan is the coach now.
Fest there on the XP lane for sure
Yeah.
later on.
Yep. Again, only second to Aldous. The only way you can, for sure, access a backline. No other hero does the same.
100%.
Between the Toms and the Yu Zhong, though, in team fights, I feel like it might be a little bit more difficult for Toms here because there might be scenarios where Toms goes in, but the other members are just stopped by the Yu Zhong because he's Black Dragon forming and they have to go back.
Yep. It's an absolute way to penetrate a line. The Tams have to do it the old-fashioned way. But the Tams can actually buy time. The Tams actually wins the lane if they stick to it.
Either they use the Tams to buy time a lot, or they play so tight that, you know what, they're going to be able to maximize the Nana damage and the Nolan damage.
Let's see who will win this game.
4 p.m. MPL na. 4 p.m. MPL na.
Game number 1, what we thought would be closer, suddenly AP Brand hit a power spike. Will it be the same story, or will the Codebreakers force game number 3? Again, this is the first day of MPL Philippines Season 13. And yes, we are at that point in that metagame where Tigreal and Nana as the roam in mid is definitely not an epic rank troll pick. Not discriminating though, they've always been really strong.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Biggest.
Early game fights. I think this is one of the strengths that a Blacklist lineup has. especially since we are playing with a assassin jungler in
Yeah.
Nolan. And look at this, they're already crossing the line here.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what they need to, which is what we mentioned before. Just play it very tight, though. The
Bye.
moment that you have a Yuzhong in the middle.
Oh,
that's
the
one
two are
round
dead.
here.
Oh, no.
And there you go. The Shaw Essence taking damage makes the first blood easy for Kyle TZ.
Tapin.
So it seems like the rotational choice for Blacklist for game 1 and 2 was that Edward, get out of lane quick because we need you to disrupt
Haji, not good.
early game
Not a
rotation.
good roamer now.
All right, let's check out the emblems. Oh, wait, unless AP Brent allow us to do that? Oh, they're fighting. Kyle's,
yeah.
Kyle's in trouble.
Very early.
Dead. Oh my god!
Got day once more. No way, bro.
Shit.
No way. It's gonna be 1-for-1, but still looks good. Actually, they just 2-for-1.
Okay, so
No
big
trade,
there.
though.
Still trades.
No trade.
Get them, Plaptizi.
With a slight lead here because of their aggressive responses to the aggressive engagements of Blacklist International. The junglers are going to be off their timers though, Leo.
I like how, again, if it's just the lane we're talking about, Edward should have the advantage, but AP Brent aren't playing in the lanes. AP Brent are forcing fights elsewhere, anywhere but.
And for some reason, it always feels like it catches Blacklist by surprise.
Yeah.
It feels like, wait, why is there another guy here?
Oh.
Right? The way they're playing it.
Bottom, they're fine.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, you saw
Bit of a
there.
fadeaway damage.
Yeah, the health whittling down. Yep, there's going to be AP Brent Turtle without a problem. So then, let's go on forward. What's next for Blacklist International? Because AP Brent have gotten a good little lead for them early on here.
All right, I think the play is number 1, get farm onto Shinsui. Number 2, threaten Super Marco. And that's why I think Ogwin has already gone to the measures of protecting Super Marco. Because look at this, there's a 4-man coalition down bottom. This is the next best thing that Blacklist can do. Threaten Super Marco and force AP Brent to respond, and then get Haji to do a solid implosion. All of the previous engagements did not really have an implosion on them. So now maybe Blacklist says it's go time.
And if they do choose a go time, it'll be easy for them to go fight.
Now, let's see if go time and the fight will be found there again. Don't forget about our aspirant skins. First 10x draw 50% off. The new ones, Changa and Leslie, available now. As we look at the movements of the map again, jungle control, going steady. The two teams who have made a name for themselves of being really smart, playing around timers and objectives. Systematic MLBB. That's what we're seeing here right now. As AP Brent go for a rotation bot side, but no one's going to commit.
Usually,
Very slow paced.
Very slow
Very
paced,
slow
that's
paced.
true.
You were saying usually.
It usually is very easy for teams to counter a Barretts. For some reason, this Barretts is just a little too hard to control here early.
Nugi Blacklist ah.
What happened here?
It's that Nombo.
Oh, shit.
And the,
Okay.
changing it.
Edward, you're dead.
Dear Lord, there you go. Perfectly layered as well. Nowhere for Edward to go.
Kyle TZ's use of Detna's welcome is very point blank. Like, he doesn't
Barat's ult.
Doesn't really leave Blacklist.
And then Vexana ult. And you're dead.
Always ends up getting the right target.
Alright, so with that kill hit there onto Edward, it's going to be positional advantage for AP Brent of this Lord. You not going to get knocked back. That was a little bit of a hairy situation him for there. Purple buff of Kyle TZ just about to spawn, but AP Brent still confidently playing around the mid and around the next spawning turtle.
Yeah, I feel like agents all around the world waiting for Sensui to get going here on this Nolan, who seem to be just having a bit of a hard time finding the targets as well.
Yeah, it's tough to be a Nolan at this point in the game, especially you're down 2K and you have Yu Zhong hunting for you constantly. Wait, what?
Oh,
The mid!
whoa, you blew a few there out of nowhere. I
Yeah.
wish I could have seen how that happened.
Shit.
Kyle TZ still securing that turtle.
Looks like it was an implosion by Haji set things up.
There you go. Yeah, and it was a one-man pickoff. Still allowed for AP Brent to score.
What the fuck, the dinosaur?
But as I was saying, I think it's wrong for us to think that the only way Blacklist can clap back is through Nolan,
Oh,
through
for sure.
Shinsui. Because again, there's only two things that this hero does, is pick off and kill via cleanups. And if big team fights don't happen, then Sensui's gonna have to wait. He's very patient. This is what he showed us in the playoffs of season 12. But right now, looking at the gold gain, they're down maybe 2,000 gold, and it's in the very right places. It's on Super Marco ahead for AP Bren, and of course, in the XP lane. Because again, is it just me or is Flapdish so comfortable with this Yu Zhong? He won M2 with the Yu Zhong.
Yeah.
That's right.
He
Almost.
problem. He's letting out a little laugh with that sticker. AP Brent now making one of their signature plays. A sandwich push.
Good
Behind
The
the
PC
foot,
2v1.
bottom to break it down.
And as usual, if you don't hear us mentioning a gold laner's name, he's probably doing a pretty good job
Yeah.
being stealthy, making sure he's out of the hairy situations, and getting the gold to make sure he can carry the mid to late.
And the fact that it's Super Marco is actually pushing means it's not exactly peaches for Oheb. Now all of us to find elsewhere to farm.
And the more I think about it, I think wait, AP Brand going for an invid.
That conceal activated. Yeah, just a bit of a deny here. Slow it down. Make sure they can't get the orange buff easily. Haji with a little bit of assist here. Just within leash range. Almost got it. Still going to Kaltizi.
10 seconds plus no retry compared to or 20 even, compared to the spawn. But I understand now the cautiousness of Blacklist International. Anyone who plays in their ranked games understands one of the worst feelings in the world is a snowball Barretts. So I think that's what just Blacklist is avoiding here. They're not giving Kaltizi that big of an ability to snowball like crazy, and AP Brand will just stomp all over them.
That dinosaur will,
Running already. In just a bit, we might get some feedback on what exactly this snowballed Barats is building.
Big Grill ult later.
1 and 2. He was soloing too.
Yes.
Lord.
It's there. AP Brand still very comfortable. Sensui!
Sensui could be in trouble, but then again, just not quite there yet. Super Marco, he gets a moment where he knows he can get the kill. That's the only time he goes. Usually he just plays very safe, very passively, but in a good way. I don't know how to say that.
Here we go, confirmed. The ancient, Antique Harass rather, onto Kyle Thizi. And already you're answering 4 out of 5 heroes from Blacklist.
Yep.
It's only Yue that you're really worried about, and Yue has to think about Kyle Thizi eating him up too.
What's Kaltizi
Not
building?
quite safe yet.
That's interesting.
I'd like to think half of that inventory isn't reflecting what it should be. So we'll check in just a bit. Yeah.
Check later.
Check in a bit. Unless he's thinking of building something at the top of my head, but you know what? We can revisit
Yeah.
it.
That's right.
For sure.
We're okay.
All
Right
right.
now, yeah. At least for Blacklist right now, not really getting, picked off, but with exactly what they're going to go try for. Kaltizi has
Haji's dead.
Haji so
Oh my
far
God.
out of harm's way here. I don't think anyone could have been
What's
in
happening
that
to Blacklist?
situation.
Yep, Kyle TZ building up to a magic defense item. Can confirm, so he's on his way to maybe a radiant armor. Or,
Blacklist, ba't ganyan?
a newly improved Oracle, could be.
Yeah.
But just the same, he's so tanky. He can face off against the Towns and help push.
8
in
minutes
mid.
pa lang, oh.
All tier 1s down. Blacklist International. Again,
Grabe.
one of their few hopes. I'm really thinking that this could be an approach is Sensui playing a lore dance that is very different from what AP Brand is expecting. That's what we saw in Season 12, but then again, that's about 6 months ago.
That's
Yeah.
true. And also quite a tall order to make AP Bren, surprise AP Bren at this point.
Yeah.
Even if he does, and again, there is a small amount of advantage in terms of items where
Yes.
you can't immediately go down. It has to be a slow burn when someone goes down to Sensui.
4,000 gold and counting is the difference. Blacklist International, if they find a big setup, big combo, that could be the way they get back into this, but Blacklist International might not be able to get into the Lord in time to contest it. I don't think they will.
Yeah, the smoother damage output here coming in
Wow.
from Super Marco. You can feel it. You can see it from that claw.
Just for good reason, he comes in from the bottom. Like, all right, no matter where, no matter which angle, I got you covered. This is a clean Lord take. And I like how AP Brenner actually taking it very seriously. They did not need to retry. Kalti still did.
That's true. That's true. Kalti is super calculated as well. You notice him flying into these bushes one by one at the right perfect moments. So the calls are pretty good.
Super Marco.
You can tell.
Malapit
just
ng
by that.
mano to Super Marco.
I mean, it went from worse to bad.
Yeah.
Konti na lang
Wrong
yan.
hero, but at least they're same team.
Manggugulpi na Super Marco.
Isn't going to get another resource, but they're just getting everything else in the map. No orange buff needed. We'll just get your tower, your purple buff.
Towers, man.
AP Brand's just on a different level right now, folks. I don't know how else to put it.
Towers getting shredded over and over.
That's it. No more tier 2s. Something to note about Blacklist lineup, again, at this point more specifically than any other, you need good wave clear, and they only really have the Nana. All the other heroes on Blacklist lineup are only good in fights. This is so hard to be Blacklist right now.
If you go on a fight, it's hard to go off against a 5-man of AP Brand who seems to be just monstrous tanks right now.
Exactly. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And there it is confirmed. the new Oracle seems to be a bestseller. It's selling like hotcakes.
Yeah. Lightning Truncheon?
I believe that one
Change it up.
is one of those
I understand.
one of those things. Unless that's a Athena Shield. I also see an Athena Shield up on our in-arena monitors.
All right. I'll accept the, okay. Yeah, I'll accept that maybe an Oracle, Athena Shield.
Think about this because we're talking defense items, yeah?
Yeah.
He's still one of the most damaged dealt, the most damaged dealt this game.
Gearing up at 20,000. A Barrett's.
Wow.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Barrett's has been on the up and up here. All season long, or all off season long, people have been starting to really pick it up. And, you know, the revamp is huge.
All right, quick bit of trivia here. Barat is actually the dude riding the dinosaur.
Yeah.
For all of those who need the reminder.
Right.
APBR is actually playing for Lord here, so it's going to be a rather slow pace next 30 seconds. Unless they actually spot someone out. But I think it's in Blacklist's best interest to actually stay behind safety, stay behind their gates.
Yeah, they're not totally out of it just yet.
You can see here, just one team trying to somehow find an opening to turn things around. Blacklist International. APBR.
Kaya pa.
to end
Blacklist,
the
kaya pa yan.
push. The lead that they have built for themselves. Item Slayer.
Bawi.
I'm liking that few actually built the Ice Queen wand. Already, if you think that second skill is annoying, and the proc of the first, if you stack it with the rest of her skills, dude, there's no way that maybe even Haji can get in if not for a flicker. If Sensui, if he gets hit with a one skill from few, can even find a way to finish them off. I'm liking it. Even Edward, I guess that's why Edward, Aegis 0 on the Tams, despite having a solid matchup against the Yuzhong if they went one-on-one, finds it so hard to peel as a Tams.
Really is.
It's because already even just few alone could stop him in his
Rebomb skin of Claude is good. So good.
On the Ruby, who is pulling up on Edward.
Oh shit.
Haji, you and Hook.
Laptisi.
It's gonna be hard for them to get
Laptisi.
in.
Ulti! Oh.
Sui gets it.
Nice one!
Sui gets it. Pays for it with his life, but
Nice one,
if you are
Sui.
Blacklist International, that is a huge cause to celebrate.
Hashtag worth it. Hashtag worth it. Empowered waves. A Lord to help buffer that push on top. That
Nice
is
one.
in disguise for Blacks International. Yes, and
Nice one,
died,
Sensui.
but it was worth it. The Cardinal one comes in clutch.
You saw it coming. The Cardinal.
The Cardinal.
On the side. He hid in the shrub. Let the minion wave pass. Used the Cyclone Eye to be able to get close within retro range with his dash.
Oh.
That allows Blacklist to fight another day, but AP Brand look for revenge.
Haji very close
Oh,
there.
interrupted.
And Sensui will be back on the field, ready to go for a take here. Opens quite low. Super Marco also could be a pretty prime target.
Abu
But
Jingjing.
it will be Abu Jingjing, who is going to be absorbing in front of the damage.
Abu
there
Jingjing.
goes The Blazing Duet.
Oh my god.
Could also go down, able to just dodge on with a hair.
Okay, so Blacklist, their lineup.
For sure.
Relatively bad wave clear.
For sure, Sakura chan.
Vision, that's something, again, that we have to add to the list of things that they need to work on. But, they have amazing punish.
Tin,
Their own
no
base,
tin.
You have several
No tin.
sources of CC.
Even Onyx, bro.
Everyone has CC.
Yep.
So if you go a little bit too deep, just like what happened just now, APBR definitely could
Like the
suffer
stream, guys.
way
Thank
worse.
you.
I think we're already still reeling from the fact that Sensui stole the Lord.
Ben is just too strong.
I think, again, much like one of the games from earlier tonight, Minana, EVOS, and TNC, inside the base where Blacklist might actually find solace.
Yeah. Sensui has like around, on average, I would say 5 per season since he's joined the league of just insane,
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere Lord
He's
steals.
stolen my heart.
And he's stolen
Add
a lot
one
of
to that
heart.
one, yeah.
He's an amazing core.
That's amazing also what you can do when you just can throw anyone there.
Yeah.
You can just do it without anyone.
Even Onyx. Even Onyx.
I'm pretty sure
Don't
he's
stand
communicating
against
with
them.
the team and I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. That looked like a set play by Blacklist.
And then comedic cut. Arnold Schwarzenegger running.
Yeah.
Sensui, no! And then he does it anyways.
He does it.
Oh.
That's what matters.
I think it's also Blacklist to respect.
Game 1 is much better
We know how
than
AP
this
Brand
game
at one
2.
point almost always will stop damaging an objective.
Game 1,
That's true.
That was the
Blacklist.
window.
So
can
there was
still
muscle memory involved.
go
Yeah.
toe
As
to
soon
toe
as
with
they saw
Brent.
a glimpse
But not right
of
now.
Sensui's shadow, a little bit of his DNA. They were like, wait, what? And then, pow!
Yeah, I know. We're talking about this play over and over again, but look at where it got Blacklist, right?
Exactly.
They're catching up.
Brent's macro is God
Super
God
Marco
tier.
has been
You
capped
know?
on items for the past 3
Brent's
minutes.
macro is God
They
tier.
have more room to work with.
And nothing much has happened, right?
That's huge. That was a turning point for sure.
But they got another one
If
here.
if Haji can
accidentally
pull a miracle set here,
An expletive. Rock hard.
Blacklist can win.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. They're gonna do,
Do the
it.
thing.
Edward's starting to get in position. Flap TZ on the bush check once more, but Blacklist is
No way.
on conceal. Who is close by for the red?
Oh, Sensui again!
Oh,
Sensui! Oh shit!
Second time.
Oh my god!
And the fight is just going
Oh.
non-stop. Ohem might be looking better here in terms of the damage.
Blacklist still
He is
fighting.
doing some work
One
on the Flap TZ.
No, Blacklist still fighting,
Plus
bro.
a steal from Sensui. Oh man, if the haters are doubting, he'll do it twice and take pictures. Sensui steals the Lord again, and this time with interest because they were able to trade off with few. Blacklist, ladies and gentlemen, are in this game.
This is unreal.
I know how you feel now.
Oh my god!
Cutie Leo. Damn you, Sensui. I almost swore and lost my job. What a play. You do. He gets 5 per season on average. He got 2 in 1 game.
And
Alright.
they have 13 more games.
They have 13 more games.
13 series left.
Series, yeah.
Oh.
He's batting 2 for 2
Wow.
already right now with the Lord steals.
Sensui has the more has the most steals in season,
That's
correct?
pretty legit.
Look at this, the map is blue.
It is. Blacklist are starting to make this lineup work here. Edward obviously still absorbing a lot of
Oh my
damage.
God.
Super Marco.
Super
This
Marco's
is
damage.
short, but Yue will be in trouble. I think he still has a passive as well. So, man, oh man.
At the
Yeah.
drop of a hat,
Haji needs,
the team tabled. Look
just
at
needs
that.
a good
Black
set.
International doing more than just leaving their base, doing more than just crossing the river. They've actually almost equalized the map. Only but the mid lane tier 2 standing for APBR and their inhibitors. Look at that, the steal coming in. And we could have sworn he was going to die to Flap, right?
I swear he could have. I think Kaltizi bumped into a wall there or something. He walked
I think,
over the red tree. And Sensui just
He is not effective right now
Again, I think key to this actually working
because
is
it's so
anti-disaster
squishy.
protocol. Get enough farm on your jungler for them to be able to deal the right amount of damage, get into the right EXP so that his retribution is at the same level as the opponents as they try to steal, so the threshold is the same. And then number 3 is have beyond human reflexes. I don't know how easy to get that third part is, but I've never done it before. I have secondhand happiness for Sensui. This is amazing.
I guess those one of the things where if you have it, you have it.
Yeah.
You just know it, right? So I get what you mean, though.
One of the key questions we ask for this season, what does victory mean for players, for the teams? I feel like if you ask Sensui at this point, victory.
Sensui is a one-man army right now.
Not once, not twice. I did it for the Blacklist.
All of the lords.
All
All
the
the
lords.
lords.
Oh man.
Sensui's victory is pressing red tree before everyone else,
Yep.
basically.
Still can't move on twice in 1 game. That's gonna be
Come on, Oheb.
content for a lot of people.
Yeah, but
We believe in you.
will it be enough to actually turn back
If he
the
does,
game?
if he does this a 3rd time, I'm dropping my headset.
Haji just need a good set. Just a good
Not
set.
because I didn't like what I saw, but because no way. I feel like I'm in a different universe if that happened.
He's
That's
hanging
true.
out of the same bush.
Same point.
That's where you put yourself.
Oh, they found Haji.
Oh, they're shifting up priorities here. Haji with implosion forced to flicker out
he
as
got
well.
away.
But that's a few skills being used already.
Personal matter, bro.
That's Ogun. with the
They
end
said,
as well as
Renjay-
the blazing duet from
Renjin
Super Marco, so that might be
needs to
something.
rest
All right, Haji did spend his
for the
improvement
season
here, so it's a
for
2-1.
personal matter.
I'm sure all of these players are counting resources as well.
Time it.
Something to note.
He has some,
that I think is going to be key.
personal,
Super Marco is not as safe
matter
as
to
he
attend to.
once was.
Like,
Now AP Brenner going for the cross map play.
I think-
Bren also.
Because Renjay is an actor here
Both teams
in
aware
PH.
who the other is. They're looking for the Nolan.
A celebrity.
They're There
down
it
to
is.
50%.
Info given already. We've seen the Brody down on the bottom side and said, AP Bren, you know what, guys, we can probably do this. No immortality for Super Marco though. Still no Purify. Edward making sure he is the one that will keep AP Bren busy, but where is everyone else?
Yep. Waiting for the cooldown.
I think
return.
Haji will
Ruby. Still, the minion
pull
wave
up
down
a set
bottom is a
here.
problem, but Blacklist aren't going to be dealing with it because they know where Super Marco is.
That's the long lane. I think it's in Blacklist's best interest to send someone over there, unless they're just going for the steal once more. And something to note, since he's hanging out in the same bush, but now Yue gonna pop the passive.
Oh my God,
There
Yue.
it is. Passive already
No more
popped up.
passive for Yue.
Might be risky for Blacklist, but they really have no other choice, don't they?
All that for a passive. Sensui still in the same Hurub. Minion waves down mid and bot have to be managed by Blacklist. Edward will have to go back. AP Brand have a slight reprieve.
They're gonna burst Lord.
For this, but they still don't know
Because
where
Nana has no passive.
Master is.
Flappy sees him.
Yeah, for the past.
Oh my
5
God.
seconds, he was actually standing right outside the bush.
Yeah.
But
What
again,
was that about?
I
Something
didn't even
tells
notice
me
that.
it might be on purpose. He
Oh.
might be showing himself so that he can reposition.
Okay, all
It didn't
right.
really cost him. It didn't really cost him.
It also forces AP Brand to maybe think of a reset here.
Yeah. They
See,
know it's covered.
Flap's doing the same thing. Flap's doing the same thing.
Oh, he's showing up. He's showing up.
All right. It's
I
the
like
tell
it.
of these two teams. Ogwen.
But the focus is here. Near Ogwen.
Oh,
He's
shit.
caught. He's caught up
He
in
didn't
a
catch
very,
you.
very bad
They
space
counter.
here. Edward Doe and Haji, very low HP, but still able to walk out.
Oh, heaven
Here
of
comes
trouble.
all the skills. They're
What
crashing
did they do?
down. Haji in the back, and Edward on the other side.
What is Sensui doing?
Agent Zero, the first to
God.
fall there.
Oh, I see the intent. They were going to try to send Sensui for cleanup, but instead it went a little too deep, a little too long, and Sensui could not find the position to get 2 kills off the back of that amazing engage by Edward and Haji.
In different position here, Flap and Sensui are swapped up.
Someone needs to check it.
Someone
Do
needs
they
to
know?
check
Oh, there you go. He showed himself.
Do
He showed
they
They
himself.
have to know.
He showed himself. He showed
3
himself.
times in one game. Are you sure? Marco finds Sensui.
And they're going straight for it. Retribution can be enraged.
Terrified.
Sensui is terrified. He's enraged. And he's going to be popped out.
Oh my God.
And the Lord goes
Sensui
over to
didn't
AP
get it.
Brand.
No third time's the charm for Sensui. Has AP Brand calculated as ever? Gets the next.
I think B
major
Wise.
Lord.
I think
4th
B Wise will
one
come back.
in this game without
Next
fail.
season. Next
Can
season.
The reigning world champions end this
Oh,
series
I
here.
think next season. BOS will come back next season.
With a clean base. They're going to sink these waves as they've done right now. There's still another big wave heading down bottom. And this Lord is actually evolved. So even if Flapdies is missing, AP Brand's hits actually sting a little bit more.
And speaking of stinging more, I feel like Oheb should start to sting more with all the attention being thrown over to
Oh.
Sensui here for the past how many minutes?
Well orchestrated. Blacks International actually let the waves crash in so that they would have to deal with the heroes and the Lord and the waves at the same time.
We painted the picture of these two legendary teams, the names behind them, and they're delivering us a nigh, almost legendary game. I don't want to say it's going to be up there in the greatest games of all time, but damn, it's day number 1 of MPL Philippines Season 13, and this is just damn good MLBB that we're watching right now. The way the Blacklist is slowly clawing back into this, because one man said, I will not let us lose here, not like this. But AP Brand showing why they are who they are yet again. But at this point, I believe the coin is still tossed up in the air.
Edward and
conditions
Sensui.
now for these two teams to get their desired result.
Edward and Sensui, bro.
At about
Although-
the 9-minute mark, we've been talking about how
Though
is it the
the
only
KDA of
way that
Sensui
AP, Blacklist can win
is
that AP
0-3.
Bren can actually
But,
win.
because
They
of
have to think twice about the
his,
injury. Let's
red
wait a
3.
minute. Up until that Lord
They are
steal,
still in the
AP
game.
was calling the shots, right?
All throughout the map.
So now maybe something tells me Blacklist has to switch it up again. Maybe they've gotten so used to the fact that maybe we can just keep stealing the Lord. No, what if they actually find a way to punish inside their base? Let AP Bren in.
And they have shown that they can do that even when they were on a deficit. What more now?
Yeah.
That the goal is a little bit evened up.
The gold is negligible. Everybody's full build.
You can feel the tension in the air and the very cold air.
4-8 kill score, by the way.
4-8. So many things has happened, and it's only 4-8.
Talk about kill scores. Sensui has killed more lords than heroes.
That's true. That is very true.
That's true.
20
true.
seconds. Haji!
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh my God. It's just Ruby, bro. But- Oh. My God, Black TC is there now.
For AP Brent as well. Edward still has emo, but will have to back off as well. There are a lot of ultimates expended here for AP Brent. That was a pretty good move there for Blacklist.
And a round of applause by the crowd here. It's like you're watching one of those 30-minute Iron Man matches.
You know what that looked like?
It's a jam pack, you know. Blacklist, Bren.
Martial arts masters who never
It's
met.
like the new Echo. The new Echo Blacklist rival. It's Blacklist, Bren now.
Walk away.
Yes, this is who you are. We'll meet again in another battlefield, and the next battlefield is that Lord. Pressure onto the push down into the bot lane, and we find ourselves here again. A tale as old as, not time, but this entire series so far.
Yeah.
This game number 2 specifically. Lord number 5 of this game.
We're pushing 30.
Funnily enough, I feel like Push is the
Bro,
only
this
way
so
that
bad
this
late
can
game.
get resolved here. The way the things are going, the
Maybe.
ways are going to be so much more crucial here. Super Marco,
But,
immortality,
it
that's
might
very
depend, you
risky.
know.
Haji slows by.
If Haji can
Maybe make an immortality happen.
just a good set,
His
you know.
flickers on cooldown. There goes
Just
Edwards.
one good set.
Kaltizi, he's on half. Edwards on the back
My
as well,
God.
trying to get some attention. Sensui, he's railing, he's riding on the bush, and Edward is gonna have to make.
Bang!
Outfield.
Hugh is dead. Oh
Sensui
shit.
Forces the flicker out as well. There you go. So
Hugh
many
still lives.
gold, so many battle
Okay,
spells
but
in
no
the-
immortality now. No immortality.
Martial arts master
Woohoo!
moment. Both teams walk on
No
with
mortality.
casualties. Nobody well enough to fight the Lord, and they both.
Damn,
walk on.
Sensui is good.
Folks,
Crowd is eating this up as well. By
we're
the
not
way.
seeing a lot of kills
Man.
here. But you have to appreciate the beauty
Fox
of this
and Sue
game,
is
the
really
respect
good, no?
that these two have for each other's abilities, the timers, the immortalities, the key things you look for, the micro of it all in a team fight. This is why we are the home of champions, why the Filipinos have built a legacy of greatness all over the world in Mobile Legends Bang Bang is because of things like these. We're nearing 30 minutes into game number 2 of our only second series of season 13. And Haji goes in.
Activated by Haji already. Who did he catch? I think he already caught Ogwin there. And Ogwin already used the flicker as well defensively.
Why Haji always
Has the web on the
ulting
side.
Ruby?
Easy is gonna have to walk off as well. And the Lord's gonna be reset. But look at the bottom side. The map.
Ruby and
being
Ogwin.
worked on by Super Marco.
Long lane control by AP.
Why?
On point. I think they understood that they're not gonna get away with anything. Nobody gets free kills. Not at this point. Not approaching 30 minutes. So they'll just play the map.
Renny Cutie and Cartesi?
Much safer
What do you mean?
for AP Brand to do that.
Where did you get that, bro?
On the map. If only Edward did not pay attention to that, that would have been a penetration down bottom.
Yeah, big props to Edward, by the way, playing this very close to his chest.
Yeah.
He's so good at controlling the long lane, man.
I think it's not Cartesi.
He's been tremendous with controlling everything, making the most
Did
of
they-
every ability.
In the
Did
middle
they
of a
say
very
that?
chaotic environment.
Did they say that?
It's so chaotic, but you can see the gears turning in all the players' heads. Oh, he's going to go in, I'm going to have to cancel this. Don't worry, I can take the damage here because I have an immortality, or if I'm the Nana, I have the passive. Oh, this is just damn good
This-
MLBB.
This art in motion.
Art
right
in motion. That's a perfect way to say it.
All right, so with that, again, Edward can do it. Oheb, I don't think so. So right now, they have to think. Blacklist International has to commit to a plan. Control the long lane or go for the Lord fight. And if men are checking which of these decisions Blacklist is most likely to do.
AP Brand knows this as well, right? They know they can push as much pressure on the bottom side, and Blacklist has no choice but to answer.
I love that you actually rebought, or I'm assuming that he rebought his glowing wand. It's because a lot of these
No one said that.
heroes
Do you have a Twitter? Sakura-chan? Do you have a Twitter?
Huge here in the late game.
Check Benny's Benny Cutie's tweet there.
Our very young season here.
Benny Cutie
Old late, no, it's not that
posted a
bad.
tweet,
In Manila, but
or
this actually-
Benny Cutie,
is actually warming me
there's a
up.
tweet there that
You watching at home is
he's saying something.
comment wherever you're
He's saying
watching.
something about something, you know.
Here, is it Blacklist International? Is it AP Bren?
To be fair, we we've been watching a Lord Dance in
I think it's not Carl TC,
and I gotta say, in addition to all of the micro,
but might Yawi.
they're playing here,
I'm not sure.
that
I'm not
Lord
sure.
Dance has evolved to this level, right?
Yeah,
Um,
we're way past that Lord Dance where everyone's just on the back of the hill and all.
yeah.
I missed this. Again,
Yeah.
the last time I remember Lord Dance were this hot, where I'd say the winter of 2021, it was a
I'm not sure.
call on the MPLI desk.
I'm just saying.
Fight the dance floor. When that was a call, it was Blacklist in that match.
Oh, Haji! Use
Oh,
it!
he catches him.
Oh my God, it's
Not
Owen
really doing
again.
much right now, being caught up with all the CC of
He needs to
Blacklist.
catch.
And
he
while
need-
that's happening, since
he needs to catch
Sweet is
few,
waiting
you know.
in the wings.
The minions. Now the problem for Blacklist International. Every time
He
they
will.
want to make a play, they have to worry about the minions. The lead that AP Brand has built for themselves. But AP Brand's still very wary of everything Blacklist International can bring to the table. And now are also very wary of Sensui's capability to steal the major objective.
He might, you know.
Close. Will AP Brand call it?
Yeah,
He's
now
grinding.
trying to push up
Very good, he's grinding a lot.
Lotion is in good
Oh,
position
shit.
right now, but the HP bars are just not in a good
Oh,
position.
Oh shit,
Oh,
you
Will
lost.
start to
Marco!
fall. Edwards on the back.
Edwards
Sensui as
carrying,
well.
bro.
He's starting to back off. This could be
Okay.
bad here for
Yo!
Blacklist.
Oh shit.
And Haji, I don't know how he's still alive after all of this.
Oh my God, Nana.
Falling here.
Nana
Good
wins
save
game.
there by Yue. Able to utilize Molina to make sure that Haji will be able to get away. But
Edwards just waiting for his ult.
In trouble. Immortality's still there, so that's something. Again, by so much time
With
here.
the drones.
Oh shit. Okay, you're dead. Woo, Edward. Let's go, Edward.
With the addition of Flap Peasy.
Let's go,
my
Edward.
dear.
Oh shit.
That took a minute longer than it should have.
That was cooked.
They bought time.
That's all the time they needed.
Blacklist down 2 men. AP Brand all 5 on the map.
Edward's so
But it's not
dope.
like they're
Yeah.
worse for wear here. It's not like all of that. These 2 kills came for free. There was so much effort got into killing Oheb and Edward here.
It was a whole minute, I think. More than a whole minute.
But finally, after all the action we've seen, is this
IB3.
the winning moment of AP Brand, or will Blacklist somehow pull something out of the bag to
Oh,
force the
it's-
game number 3? AP Brand, here they are.
Oheb sends second out. Sensui, not the best clear in the world right now.
Flash!
2-man Petrify here, landing up on that dragon.
Haji!
Oi! 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 Oh! Wipe out! Oh my God!
Have enough damage clear these last 3 tents
Oh
here.
shit, miracle set again! Oh my
They held on as
God!
much as they can.
Oh
But
shit!
AP Brand. Come out.
Almost! That miracle set is almost.
For a
Oh.
moment, AP Brand was probably thinking, not again. Not what Kiboy did to us in game 1 of the upper bracket finals in M5.
Yeah, Benny
But
Cutie
times
really
have
declined, you know.
changed. Though
I
it was a
think
beautiful
after
set
MSC.
by Haji to try and stop everything. AP Brand, after a titanic meeting of legends,
Right in MSC, I think.
go out
Benny
with a
Cutie,
sweep victory over Blacklist.
That's a
Benny
very
Cutie's
true
skill
moment
got
to not
declined.
forget.
Yeah.
Not anytime soon.
I'm so happy I got to witness that right here. It really did.
Brand is just
And
too
everyone
strong.
watching, it gave them what they expected, which is highest level MLBB.
We may have seen Blacks International walk away with no points, but they walked away with so much more in lessons and in just such an amazing showcase. I think they picked up a lot. Again, this happening on day 1 means the rest of their season 13 is going to be much better than this. How do you top that even?
Yeah, they set the bar
If
for
that
themselves
set-
earlier. These 2 teams will set the bar for those
That
who
set
win
from Haji.
so far. And Blacklist International, though not getting
Oh my
a
God.
point here,
It's a comeback win.
what they can bring to the table here with their performance in that legendary game number 2 against the reigning and defending champions of the world, AP Brand. They will pass by the crowd.
Yeah,
Suplado na Edward. Galit si Edward, ah.
What do you call that?
Edward is mad.
In so many avenues. And each and every role there from Blacklist obviously was ringing with excitement.
And now let's go on over to the stage with AP Brand, Mara Aquino, and Hans Galeria for the winner's interview for the world champions.
Brand! Grabe, 33 minutes and 31 seconds. Already such a long game.
You know what? I want to ask the newest member of AP Brand, Coach Trev.
Oo nga, may bagong mukha tayo ngayon.
Parang kilala na kasi natin
parang-
silang lahat eh.
Parang iba dati, nasa iba ka dati May bagong tayong face.
Okay, Coach. 33 minutes and 31 seconds yung unang naging laro na yon, but how
What's with the audio?
to now be part of AP Brand at parang trial by fire kagad yung nangyari sa inyo in game number 2?
Tingin ko sobrang lang may mga mistake lang kami sa Lord fight. Kaya kailangan namin ayusin.
How does it feel to be part of AP Brand?
Sobrang bait ng mga player ng AP Brand. Solid din. Pati management, pati yung boss namin malapit. Boss AJ.
Ang brand walang binagong players or anything except Coach Trev. Let's give him a warm applause for our welcome with AP Brand. Alam nyo, grabe whatever you guys did sa M5 to Russia, mapunta dito, you guys are still doing it. But may narinig ako. Super Marco, come here. Super Marco, sabi ng team manager nyo na si Adi, nag-iba ka na daw ngayon. Maybe because of the
Nagti-TikTok na siya.
championship na nakuha mo. Sabi nila, iba ka na daw ngayon. Hindi ka na
Super Marco is doing TikTok now.
Ka na daw. At mas marami ka daw na sinasabi ngayon, hindi na ka na daw one word. Totoo ba?
Totoo po.
Totoo. Oh, okay. Kwento mo naman, ano bang feeling na kahit saan kayo pumunta, champion kayo, tapos first day pa lang, na-sweep nyo kaagad ang iyong kalaban?
Ano po, sobrang saya namin kasi nakaka-travel kami sa ibang bansa. Tapos nakapag-champion pa kami.
Totoo nga. Mas marami nang sinasabi.
And can I just say how proud of I am of Super Marco? Dire-diretso.
Dire-diretso.
At may tapos pa.
Yes.
And more.
At
Love to see it.
dinagdagan niya, masaya dahil Oh.
Tapos,
I'm so proud
Beautiful.
of you. So proud of you.
and you know what? Let's also hear it from Coach Ducky as well. Kasi, Coach, this
Ang
is
mayaman ng
happening.
suotan ng brand eh.
Nakakuha ng championship. From Sun Sparks before, they added Baloyski. They got back-to-back. For Blacklist International, who we just faced, they added Aji. They got back-to-back. What do you think about the trend that is happening na isa lang yung kinakailangan to hopefully get another championship after winning the recent one?
Sana mangyari din sa amin. Yun lang yung masasabi. Dagdag si Trev. Traitor ka daw, sabi ng Eco fans. Biro lang yun, biro lang.
They're just hoping that it happens. That's it. Manifesting.
Congratulations once again to AP Brand. You may now take your bow and take your walk of victory. Champion caliber talaga to. Alam mo, hindi
AP Brand remains hungry.
bago, parang wala.
She's black to open season 13 campaign.
Here in the season 13.
And bringing the momentum that they've had from the previous international championships and now dito mismo sa MPL Philippines season 13, just like you said, they haven't changed.
Pataas ang kanilang kumpiyansa, pero titingnan natin kung ano nga ba ang naganap sa setting iyon. Kaya babalikan na natin ang ating mga casters.
Paso.
Congratulations to AP Brand, and of course, thank you to the lovely Marakino and
Oh, we gotta lower the volume, bro.
with them. I think none of us expected what Coach Ducky said there.
The
That was
background
probably the most
music.
hilarious interview responses I've heard.
Self-burn, bro.
No one knows I'm coming, but again, I can't wait to see what Echo responds with tomorrow.
Just for the context for international viewers there, Coach Ducky made a joke about how the Echo fans are calling Coach Trevor a traitor for joining AP Brand. Of course, Coach Trevor, the former, one of the former coaches of Echo as well. But Coach Ducky mentioned, don't worry, I'm just kidding around here. On brand for Ducky to do.
Very on brand. And he's starting off the season strong here, Ducky. Never change.
And Super Marco, I gotta agree with Marakino and Hans Gallia. More confident now.
Hey, the difference between one word and two words, it's immense. Let's talk about our MVP this time around. It's Kyle Teasy, the second TZ of the TZ, the new TZ brothers for AP Brand on his Barats. Again, for the first 5 or 6 minutes, you could would have sworn he was an assassin. He was just out there munching on dudes, spitting them out right at the walls. And again, there was a lot of item juggles involved. But when it came down to it, this is what eventually he was building up towards. What we were alluding to, it was eventually, yes, an Athena shield, so he can protect himself from the Nana. There's also a Guardian's helm, so that he can weave in and out of combat. And then, of course, an item that I think we should start building even more, especially for those tank junglers or even fighters who play the rank games, the Queen's Wings. This item right here gives you damage reduction, gives you HP, and then when you hit a 3, it gives you a little bit more. And with that said, look at this early game. Kyle Teasy. This is 90 seconds into the game, and he's forcing big old 3v3s. This is what we're talking about, how AP Bren are forcing fights where Blacklist aren't expecting it. And just like that, Blacklist claps back in a story. 2 Lord steals. Sensui, this is not a joke when I say Sensui killed more Lords than heroes up to this point. And I think I have to agree with Coach Treb. Maybe they did have a few mistakes when it comes to the Lord's Dance. For the first one, it may have come down to muscle memory, where they were getting ready immediately to turn on any enemy hero that would show up in the Lord Pit. For the second one, it was because Flapteasy may have missed it. And here, eventually, when it came down to it, 32 minutes in, when it all just came crashing, AP Bren just ruined Blacklist's box. Yes, there were signs of life, especially when Haji would catch his 4-man implosions, but the writing was on the wall. AP Bren was playing with inevitability. Yes, they were all sitting at about 10% HP each, but if you're looking at no opponents, no enemies, it's definitely going to be a dub. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers that went down in this 33-minute game. 33 minutes, 30 seconds. Already a record we're setting here in Season 13. Eventual gold lead would have just come down to about 1,000. So they were both playing the juggling standards. Anything other than the emblem set, I think this is up to the standard. This is the huge, as the kids would say. Something to note as well is Ogwin actually picked up extra HP. Just straight up, just extra HP. That's what allowed him in the early game to actually respond and come up with good peel even without items as this roaming Ruby. And I didn't notice, he did not die. He did not die in all 33 minutes.
So many close calls.
The only hero to not die?
Yeah, he really maximized the flickers and the immortalities. That's insane.
Wow.
Well, that aside, again, Lord count should have definitely been 4-0, but because of the Cardinal one's skill and instincts, Sensui just even the odds 2-2. He killed not but a single hero, but he killed 2 Lords. How about that? Looking at specific item builds, again, you can look back at how defense was the prime objective for a lot of AP Bren's heroes, and then just commit the Super Marco, Hue, and your macro and your communications for the finish. Down to the numbers, damage to turrets. Again, I think at some point this had to end because Blacklist caught up all the way into the base. AP Bren was threatened to just losing their inhibitors, but from then on, when the Lord's Dance, the final Lord Dance was left to sit there, turrets weren't touched. That's why this item here froze. Looking at total heals, the only real hero that heals from Blacklist would be Edward. Compare that to AP Bren, who has passive healing. Again, Kyle Teasy himself has a Guardian's Helm. He would be regenning off the back. And something to note, Flapteasy, talking about a wingman, he was always in the air, if I'm not mistaken, maybe twice in a single Lord Dance.
Absolutely. I feel like when you see that 100% kill participation on the Flap, yeah, he was checking each and every bush. Yeah. Every time that ultimate was up, it was just exactly what you should do. And I love that he really did not hesitate in almost any moment.
Yeah, and I love how both of you here set up the our discussions before the game started. You mentioned AP Bren Flapteasy. Again, these are featured matchup for this game. And then for you, you mentioned also that the Toms will be more by time. The impact of the Yuzong is really for more kill, and that's exactly what we saw between our featured players. Now, I know esports is such a booming opportunity, industry, beautiful field for everyone here. So assemble your own community tournament. Be a part of E-Project, esports for everyone, and show the world your impeccable esports prowess.
Yeah, that's for everyone who wants to access tournament mode, free in-game items, diamonds, and more. You can register right there on the QR code. Check it out.
Just scan it there. There have been a lot of tournaments popping up. And I believe after the M5 World Championship win, there has been a bit of a renaissance of MLBB here in the Philippines. So hopefully, please scan that if you are here in the Philippines. But I know other countries and regions have their own versions of this as well.
Yeah. Again, excellence would not reach this stage, would not reach the world stage if they did not start somewhere. And a lot of our champions now started with but one E-Project event and then eventually got discovered. And I'm hoping that the champions of M33 will be coming from an E-Project near you.
Yeah, for everyone who wants access to tournament mode, you keep asking that. That's on TikTok. Yeah, that's how you do it. Get it. So
I hope I make it to M33.
M33 is,
Me too.
man, oh man.
Maybe at that point we're casting with our children.
Oh, that would be cool. That'd be cool.
You just saw the moment of like fear the moment I mentioned that. But of course,
Those are nicer notes.
we really hope that you join the E-Project for everyone and stick around with us here. This has been a tremendous opening to MPL Philippines season.
Bawi yan, bawi.
Vibe for
Bawi
MPL
yan.
Philippines. Give me one word. How
Yep.
do you feel right now, Rock Hard?
Oh man, ecstatic, man. This is exactly why we are the strongest. We just saw it. We just saw it right there.
Happy. What? When a word like nonchalant becomes
Nonchalant.
part of the daily vocabulary, you gotta go back to the old classics. I'm just happy.
Happy, man. You seem happy. Very, very happy.
A quick comment wherever you're watching. How do you feel about our first day here in MPL Philippines? It's been great. We saw Minana Evos and TNC Pro Team, wherein Minana Evos swept TNC Pro Team, starting off their run for the playoffs hot with that 3 points. And of course, APBR versus Blacklist International goes to 2-0 as well in favor of the reigning world champions. Thank you so much on behalf of Rockhard and Leo. My name is Reptar. Let's go back to the stage.
Laban ang ating natunghayan para sa unang araw ng MPL Philippines Season 13.
Dahil sa unang laban, we saw Kurt shine as a beacon of hope after Minana Evos gets the sweep kontra sa TNC Pro Team para simulan ang kanilang Season 13.
And for our second series of the day, AP Brand just too hot to handle against Blacklist International, getting their first sweep of the season.
There's gonna be more to come, kaya samahan niyo ulit kami bukas dito lang sa tahanan ng pinakamalakas na Mobile Legends Bang Bang players sa buong mundo.
Muli, ako po si Mara Aquino.
At ako naman, si Hans Galeria.
Papaalalang magkakaiba man ang ating pinagdadaanan. Sama-sama tayo sa laban para sa tagumpay. Keep it good vibes, everybody, and see you tomorrow.
Oh shit. GG's guys. Thank you. Thank you guys. Tomorrow. Tomorrow again. Tomorrow.